Yeah, okay, so our plan for the day. I want to spend some time building a garage. Cuz I want to have a chill day. I want to have a slightly more chill day today. It's Sunday.
Welcome back,
I
Robert.
spent all morning dealing with technology crap. And I know that Event Lab is maybe not the most chill thing, but you know what? So be it. So be it. Mess. Heinrush. Hey, nice. There you go. Well, I hope it has been beneficial for you. This is the garage we're currently running. It's just one that we found on the old browser, but I would like to build my own. You're down for some garage customization? Want to make your own? Yeah, I figure a lot of people, especially in Horizon 5, like didn't mess with the garage editor or the Event Lab editor. I'm by no means an expert, but I do have some experience with Event Lab. And then you guys in chat can continue to give me more. Yo, Castarns, coming in. First time primer. Hey, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. We are going to, I think, not view garage. Browse and manage. Reset. There we go. And then we'll clear it out. Yeah, Brainbow. Will you DM me or link me on Discord to your instructions you put? I think you said you put them in FCG. No. I keep hitting view. Browse and manage. Empty. All right, there we go. VenLab deadline thing where you can move the camera, but grabbed object didn't move with it. Oh yeah, I've had that a little bit. I've had that happen before. Yeah, it's just some weird bug. At least it didn't bother me too much. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We need a garage shaped like a printer. The car shooting out of it. No, Ruggy. Get out of here. Yeah, Ami, you're not wrong. It's pretty annoying. It's pretty annoying. Again, there are only a few instances where I've noticed it, but we'll see. We'll play around with it today. Okay. So, apparently, and I found this by accident at one point, but apparently, as Brainbow is, I think, just DM'd me, there's a way to, I believe, spawn outside of the garage, which then gives you all of the space to build. So you can probably just like slap that there some way. I have fallen through the garage before, so I know that that's possible. I also don't know, like, I'm curious if I want to do that. I guess the main reason would be for lighting, probably. Because do you not get, like, the super global intense lighting if you go out here? Okay, you fall through and then you go underneath. Okay, yeah. Now, here's a question. All right, let me look up the instructions here and before I start yapping about. Uh-oh. What else just broke? Wait, no! Hold on. Now I don't have a... Oh, there's the mouse. Okay, the mouse is on... Oh, my God. Okay, all my monitors are moved around. 1 second. Display settings. No, that's how it's supposed to be. Did this display settings get messed up? Nope. Okay. Whatever. All right. Let's look at these instructions. Okay. The lighting isn't very good outside the garage. Well, but that's good, though, because that means you can add your own lighting, right? Crackhead monitor setup? No. Okay. This monitor doesn't actually exist. This is just a capture card. These 3 monitors all exist. This is the one you're seeing, is C. A is the stream PC. B is just right there. It's like Discord and whatever. This monitor is not real. This is a pretend, that's just a capture card. But I need to project to the capture card, which is why you see it there. So it's not as crackhead as it looks. But But yeah, I want it to be dark outside of the garage because that means I can I can light the space myself, right? Oh, here it is. Okay. All right. Clipping out of bounds can let you have significantly more space and freedom before you're started. Okay. Here's some limitations. Only the currently operated car. Ooh, okay. Yeah, see, we might not use this. It's good to know. But here are the restrictions with it. Only the currently driven car can clip out of bounds. You can't have display cars. When building out of bounds, it's difficult to precisely place props as your camera has a limited range of motion. When clipping, your car may flip upside down and not land in your garage in the intended direction. And the lighting is of poorer quality. And it will not show for auto show and likely auction house. Yeah, it's not worth it. That is cool. It's a cool trick to know for some fun builds, but we'll build within the default builder here. Also, where'd my music go? There we go. Now it's back. I like having that little bit of background music. Oh, did you just not get it in the builder? All right, I guess not. All right, let's put on some Art of Rally while we're here. Boop. There we go. Okay, so I want something that feels a little fancy. Want something that feels a little nice. First thing I want to do is figure out the floor. I want to get a nice looking floor. So I'm just going to look at some different floor materials. I kind of like this. What are we thinking for some good floors? I've seen some people... You know, here, let me turn on step rotation for now. I've seen some people do these. I've seen some people do the other wood ones. Well, those actually fit, like, very nicely in the space. Although I don't like that they have the raised black supports, you know? So I might not run those, because I want something a little more smooth. I think this is the same, right? Yeah, that's the same. That's gonna be too rough. Do these, like, have interesting undersides? Oh, yeah, kind of. That's a little more like industrial garage, though. I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking for that. What's the theme? We're looking for, like, high-end luxury garage. Like, millionaire's private garage kind of vibe. What else could be a good flooring? So I used these bricks in one of my last builds. And they're pretty good, but they have one lip right here, and that throws it off a little bit. Yeah. Use the high up platform. One of these ones? This is maybe what you're talking about? I think I want something a little bit, again, a little, no, higher. This one? Can't be that one. No? Oh, maybe this one. You might be talking about this one. Oh! Yeah, and this even gives us color options. Ooh! Oh, yeah! Okay, hold on. Now, can we do that in... Is that, like, a little bit more of a neutral color? That does... That's a nice wood, and it's big, too. Ooh, yeah. Oh, this is good. I like that in the black. Let's real quick, let's just kind of look, because I want it to be natural looking. Maybe that color? Let's get a few down here, but I think that's going to be our pick. I really like that. We could also do gray. Got kind of bluey gray. Yeah, JP, no, good tips. I think we might do the black. Black feels more luxury, you know? All right, now the big thing is just going to be, how do we want to tile this? Because it doesn't evenly fit here. Ignore the Z fighting. So do we want to run it this way? And then, you know, we'll just kind of have little seams there at the back. Or can we get 2 if we do it this way? Oh, we might do this. Oh, it's not quite big enough. Dang. Okay. Professor Trout. I guess, I mean, technically I could do that. No, because that'll make the grain all messed up. Oh, wait, wrong one. I think what we'll do is probably... I mean, I could... You know what? We're going to have walls probably to cover this stuff anyway. So maybe I will just do lines here. Because I think I'm going to replace the walls. So I can squeeze it in a little bit, you know? So let's actually do this. Let's just kind of line this up on that center line. That looks pretty good. And then we'll just slap that down. Can you get rid of that, by the way? Doesn't look like it. That's okay. Whatever. Get that all nice and placed. Pixel perfect. Good enough. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Whoop, went way too far. That's pretty good. Okay, one more. Oh, we're slightly... Okay, I'm going to have to move this. We're slightly off the center line. And that will bother me. Okay. The attachment nodes, I mean... I usually don't use the attachment nodes because they're very hit or miss for me. But we can certainly try them. Yeah, now it's not going to like... Okay, hold on. Attachment nodes have been very, very hit or... Same with Horizon 5. They're always hit or miss, but... We'll try them with this, because with some stuff they're better. Yeah, I think I'm okay with the bigger gaps. Whoop, doesn't like that. There we go. Yeah, I can live with that. And if I really want, I can take them off and then squeeze them all a little bit closer. Okay, let's take these things here. What? No. There we go. Select all of it. And then we're just going to get it nice and centered in the space. That looks pretty good. Yeah. Okay, let's move these out of the way. I don't know why that one got screwed up, but it did. All right. How do you remove from selection? That's what it is. Okay. And then let's hope this snaps in. Doesn't want to. Let's just grab another one. There we go. Okay. Let's turn the nodes off. Nice. Now we have to pick a floor. Or, sorry, walls. For walls, those are not going to tile very well. So what I was thinking was the garage walls, because I think those look pretty nice. Or, yeah, the car park walls. And again, are paintable. I feel like maybe doing those. And we could even do those in, like, funky colors. They're a little bit dirty, but I think that's okay. How does the black look? Just black on black? Yeah, there you go, Hami. We might just do that. Black on black. That's very fancy. It's very fancy. And then do this is just a quick visual. Not actually placing these quite yet. Just to get an idea of it. Yeah, we might do that. And then we'll add color, you know, we'll add some greenery. Stuff like that. Okay. Okay. The big platform hill has a nice texture for that. Okay, hold on. This one? I don't think you meant this. Wow, that's huge. Although, that is kind of nice. We would barely need to tile it. And it's just kind of simple. It's got like a gloss to it. Huh. I actually don't necessarily dislike that. Yeah, we'll see what, grab those. I'm guessing you're not talking about that one either. Ooh, that's got a funky underside. Although this, you know what we could do? Because I've seen people doing this for the flooring. We could do wood walls. And do it like, wait, where the hell is the middle of this? Hold on. I need to get a concept of where I am. Okay. Yoink that. And we could do a little something like that. That also could work. I kind of like that. It's maybe not the fanciest, but it's got some good texture to it. It's got some good texture to it. Why is the slowest Drivatar named after you? Wow. Coming in, first message with the heat. All right, I see how it is. Yeah. Maybe a little too basketball court. Yeah, I don't know. This is maybe not quite the vibe I'm going with, but... And again, it's like, it's wood. Let's leave that off for now. All right, what, JP, what's the one you were talking about? Was it in ramps and platforms? The dev said they were dedicated authenticity. Yes, that's a fact. The walls. Yeah, all these walls are just going to be silly little walls. What do we have for festival here? Wood on the floor, the black floor is on the wall. I was thinking about that, actually. I was just thinking about that. It's kind of like getting a quick... Third to last platform. Okay, hold on. Whoop. This one. Ah, gotcha. Oh, not the underside of it. Okay, you have to use the top of it. Oh, but it's got... Okay. So this is... Oh, it's got a very, like, glossy finish to it. That's interesting. Huh. Now I'm tempted to maybe run this on walls. Not that color, though. Is there a better... Yeah, we can do that in black. I don't know if I want it to be that glossy, though. Let's bring that in. I mean, that kind of has a cool look to it. And then let's just clone it a few times to get the vibe. I want it to look roughly there. Good enough. It's so shiny. I don't know. That is a cool finish. I don't know. I might go back to my car park walls. Because this is different texture, you know? Now the real question, can I actually do the car park? Oh, is there a version? Oh, shoot. Well, hold on a minute. Maybe I can flip it. Yeah, I'll be able to flip it. Okay. There is top cladding as well, though. Yeah, I can just run that and I can flip it. I don't want the lights. That's my big issue. But I think I might run this. Just want to get that nice and even against the back there. That looks pretty good. Okay. So if we run this and then flip it down. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the butt. There's probably an easier way to do that. Maybe I can just make a prefab out of it. Yeah, man. Now I'm having second thoughts, though, about going black on black. Maybe we do a different color wood. The creative process here. Oh, that's right. That does wrap around. Okay, what was... It was the tall platform. That's right. Is there like a white? There's just really that gray. How does the gray look? Down. It's kind of a blue gray as well. Let's pull it above the... Yeah, maybe. Let me just get a quick visual here. Rome wasn't built in a day. True. Just want to get an overall feel for it. Quick look at the color. I'm kind of liking that, actually. I feel like that's a good colorway. It offers enough contrast. I think maybe we run with this. Yeah. Was a day built in Rome? Good question. All right, let me... Okay, well... I think that's pretty much... Oh, no, that is not perfect. Not at all. Here, let me do a better transform of this. So, let's grab this. Rotate it around. Make sure we're grabbing that and not moving it at all. Okay. That should be better. Yeah, that's almost perfect. There we go. Just gotta pixel it. I think that's pretty much exactly where it was. Yes, it is. It was actually a little bit closer. That's good enough. That's good enough. Yes, yeah, you can use the big grass ones to get white, but I want something that has a little more texture. These are a little too plain for what I wanted. It does look nice, but I like this. This has more going on. Thank you, though. Thank you. Snow topside? Nah, because it looks too much like snow. That's a good thought. Like, you know, there's maybe, like, you know, you could maybe the ice could kind of look like marble or something. If I did ice. It just looks too much like ice. Yeah. Good thought. Good thought. But, yeah, it just looks too much like the actual material it's supposed to be. All right, let's get our floor down again. Yoink. And then grab all of it. Get that nice and lined up there. And I'm going to put it as low as I can because I don't want to have any issues. I've noticed with some of my previous builds that there are occasional issues with the cars not spawning properly on the floor. And you know what? While I'm here, let's just do this. Oh. We'll get the full thing going because I don't want to run into any issues with that. There. Okay, let's get the nodes off, and then we just need to clone this. Correct. Yeah, there's only one garage size. Which is a bit of a bummer. It'd be nice if, like, the Vision House specifically had a bigger garage, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Oink. You guys probably... Oh, no, you can see that. It's hard to know, like, what's off the screen and what's not. I feel like I did a pretty dang good job of that, actually. That's close enough to not be an issue. Yeah. That one's a little bit forward, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Whoop, whoop. Take that. Just give it a little scoot. Probably. Yeah, good enough. I can pixel things later. I just want to get a good rough layout here. Okay, so let's take this and then let's copy it and clone it. I guess, do we want to go all the way around with this? Yeah, 32 by 9 things. Yeah, I'm seeing that. You guys are seeing that. I guess we can start... I'm wondering if maybe we do, like, different side walls. Like, maybe I take all of this... Oh. We do front and back walls in this kind of... whatever material this is. And then... Oh, you know, I should have probably prefabbed that. Unless... Actually, here, I'll just do this. There we go. That's, yeah. Okay. Right about there should be good. Okay, so that's our front and back walls. Clear all that. And then... Yeah, do we try... You know, maybe this... We do, Is that... There we go. That kind of works. I like that. And you can even line up... We can even line up that bottom seam. Have it... Have a little bit of symmetry. Yeah. I think that's nice. Okay. Whoop, wrong button. We'll just drag this. I'm not too worried about it. Yeah. Whoop. There it is. Line up that bottom seam again. Make sure we're not removing space we don't need to. Okay. Let's give this a quick save. Let's pull these in quick and just save it. So we have kind of our basic walls and floors. And we'll go from there. Big concrete beams in the corners to break up different walls. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that, like trim pieces, basically. Yeah. We'll save it for now. And we can get a better look of it without, like, the stuff on the ground, too. Oh, yeah, you know, I think this is going to be nice. I'm liking it. That's a good space so far. Ah, yeah, see, this is... Okay, this is with my issues with the snapping. We'll have to fix that. Because that's going to drive me a little bonkers. They space it out too much. Alright, we'll fix that real quick. Let's move these out. But I do like that. Whoop. And then... I had it. It's gonna get everyone kind of brought... You know what I'll do? Actually, overlap them just a hair. Yeah, and then bring them all in. There we go. Is there one more? No, I just have these ones now I need to do. Good. For the corner here, I'm not too worried about it. Come on. There we go. Okay. There we go. That's a little bit more like one solid surface. Although, is that going to overlap too much? Hopefully not. Hopefully you can't see the Z fighting like in the actual garage. I think that looks pretty good. Okay. Ooh, Brainbow, really? Interesting. Okay. And you can just... Well, hold on one hot minute. Okay. Give us the nice details. Again, we might stick with this for now, but... Alright, now we need to think about roof. Roof... Do we maybe do that wood? Which one was it? I think it was this. Or this. And then... Oh, I might like that. That could work. I kind of dig that. Let me... Hold on. Turn off step. I want to follow the contour of the roof a little bit there. And then let me, oh, wait, what? No. Do that side as well. Ah, close enough. I guess that, hold on, that hides that a little much, doesn't it? I don't know, nothing you can really do about that, though. It does make the lighting look a little silly, but... I think I'd like that. How do you guys feel? How do you guys feel? Dope Tone, hey, welcome to the stream. I'll write up another guide in FCG. It's much simpler, so it should be a quick document. Okay, cool. Cool. You can do a flat roof. Yeah, I could do that. You will always have the global illumination, which is kind of a bummer. Like, the lights just will be there. I don't know. Has FGG figured out a way to, like, make this space darker? Yeah, I think you're kind of stuck with that. And then, but you can add your own lighting, and your own lighting will work. But yeah, you're kind of stuck. What we could do is maybe I just turn this into like one. Well, no, I mean, that doesn't really work. I could definitely change the shape of the roof. You know, I could do something like this if I really want, and then we can add our own lighting. I don't know. I mean, maybe we just do that. Maybe we do that. We have a little bit of a, you know, kind of change up the shape. And then we can just add in our own lighting. You know? Dasta. Yeah, I feel like I'm chilling with that. I dig it. I dig it. Let me bring that down just a little bit. Cover that. This is a nice space. Okay, I think it's time to figure out. Oh, uh-oh. We got a problem. We got stuff right there. Whatever. Not a big deal. Now we got to start like actually planning out the space of the garage. So I want to I definitely want to have like a main car plinth. And I've seen a lot of interesting ways to do that. I do like, I think I saw, yeah, someone do like a big cylinder like this. I think that's roughly big enough. Was it that? No, that it couldn't be that actually. That's too big. Or too small. They must have used something else. Oh, dang it. Oh, here, I can just delete it from there. Oh, nope. There we go. Grab it. Where's the stripper pole? There we go. Get rid of that. Man, what a horrifying mess this is outside of the garage. We've entered the back rooms back here. Where's home? There it is. We could make this work though with like with these. Oh wow, those are huge. Plastic small, plastic large, plastic normal. Yeah, I could like merge these together. Cause these blend pretty well. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to be too basic, but I don't. Let's try the actual car plinth. Isn't that is that in garage? No. What category is that in? Festival, probably. I don't know if that's too like campy. Not campy. You know what I mean? Too. I don't know. Too basic. Even if we like. I mean, we could lower it like that, make it look a little bit more simple. Where's the shirtless? OGs remember. I see you, Optum. I just want to have like a cool main display space. Uh-oh, did I just delete something? Yep. There we go. Bring this back. There we go. Angled metal ramp, so the car's pointing downwards a bit. Yeah, maybe. Do these... Yeah, those look too shabby. Yeah, not quite. I mean, we could... Well, no, those are too big. We could use more... No. Yeah, those are too big too. The roof of this, maybe? No, that's too big. Yeah. There we go. Are we there yet? Not quite. Yeah, we're only like 10% of the way around the island right now, in comparison. Does that look nice? No, it just looks like sheet metal. What about like the underside of this? That does not have an underside. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Solar panels? No, that looks silly. Looking for just a nice texture here. Could do that. Get a little motion in it. Put the car on top of one of these. I did say fancy, right? Neon cubes are fancy. Yeah, what can we use for like a... What's a big circle? Are there any big circles we can utilize? It's not gonna be anywhere in here. Not really. That's gonna be huge. Yeah, also not really the material we're looking for. No. I might be back to my shapes idea. Although, again, I'm curious how they... In that other garage, maybe it was just one of these. I swear it was the little, like, plinth they had was bigger. But that's as big as it gets. No, you can't resize anything in the editor. It's definitely a bummer. Yeah, there's no scaling in Event Lab. It's a feature they unfortunately don't have. I just feel like that's too small. Like, these are big for what it's worth. Because this is, like, the size of, you know, like, that F450. So a normal car will fit on that a little better, but, you know, not better enough. Where do I grab it? I had it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Anything we can just, like, use in a creative new way. I just don't know. I mean, it might just come down to using the normal ones. End of the airplane tail? I think, yeah, that's not gonna look nice. I don't think. Yeah. It's gonna be, like, too messy of a... It's not gonna look clean enough. All the stuff in here is too small. That's all natural stuff. Like a back of this, maybe? But that's not gonna... Yeah, that's gonna be too messy. You want to build it? JP, what do you mean? I don't know if I'm just going back to here. Whoop, dang it. I just feel like that's a little too, like, on the nose. I also don't like the dimensions of it, really. It's not... I don't like that it's not square. But maybe that's okay. I don't know. And then what do we do with all our other cars? That's one of the other questions. Like, where... I was hoping the creative juices would start flowing, and they aren't. Oh, you use the plane notch facing down to have a big circle. Oh, really? Okay, hold on. Like this? Does this have a... Oh, well... He knows. I mean, that does get you, I guess, a border. But it's not a very clean-looking border. That's kind of messy. I don't... Yeah. It's super low texture. I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. Man. I don't know. The creative juices are not flowing on this one for me. We've hit a bit of writer's block right out of the gate. It's tough. It's always tough when you have a big space and nothing in it. I always like working within restrictions. And it's hard to get started when you don't have anything yet. I like this. I like the walls. But is there anything colorful like a mural? Not really. You can sort of make your own, like, wall stuff, but yeah. Yeah. The plain nose as a guide and then filling it with a cylinder? Yeah, maybe. What would we fill it with? Like, what would be the fill material that would look smooth enough? I don't know. I might have to table this, to be honest. I just, the idea has not come to me. The idea has not come to me of like where we place everything. Maybe here's what we'll do. Hold on. Here's what we'll do as a start. Let's bring this back in. Let's get it saved. We'll just plop her right there. We'll put me right there, sure. Just looking at it. Let's save this. Let's look at some other garages and maybe get a feel for it. Oh, you know, I actually just had an idea. I did just get a little idea. I think it's that. Vision House. The new Out of Bounds guide has been posted. Awesome. Okay. Is this just like a display? The idea is to have this be a display garage. Yeah, not a bunch of like tools out. Like this is like, the concept is to have this be very more like artsy fartsy millionaire's garage kind of vibe. That's the energy I'm going for. And the first two we made, this one, Tech Sports and Street Side Japan, those ones went great. I was having a lot of fun with those. I don't know why I'm struggling with this one though. I just like I don't know. I've got all this space. GT did a really good job with this one. Let me load that up. Ah, see, we're getting some Z fighting there too. Gotta fix that. Yeah, we might table this for now. All right, manage garages. Let's just apply this one. And let's just look around. Let's get a vibe for this. Cuz this is sort of what I wanted to go for. So wait, I want to actually view the garage. There we go. A little more like this, you know? Love that use of the street lamps. That's clever. Flooring looks really good. Oh, that's clever too. What is this wood? What are these little wood boxes? That has to be something small. But that's a nice material. That's really nice too. I see where the splits are on that. I don't know. Oh, maybe that is just, well, no, because I know what that is. I don't know what this is. Yeah. Yeah, I love the, like, kitchen area, the pretend kitchen. Yeah, some pretty clever usage here. And I love the little Zen garden. That's really cool. That's very much a vibe I want to go for. The black boxes are couch tables. Ah, got it. Yeah, what do you know? Does anyone know what this wood is? It's clearly something pretty small because I can see the joints. I don't know. It's got to be like the underside of something. Yeah. Spice up your sashimi with some Flows oil. I mean, it's cooking oil, you know? It says oil. I love like a glass cooktop. That's so fun with the tire table. I mean, I like the idea of doing this. Oh yeah, here, wait, you can actually see what that is a little more. Yeah, it's just like a, yeah, it's a tabletop, mechanics table. I think I actually used that in one of my builds. I really like that as a border. That's really cool. I do want to have like a little garden space in mine. Let's go back. We're diving back in. Vision House. The work table, yeah. Mix the big torus's shape and a large cylinder. Yeah, I that's not a bad idea. Gets you a little bit more space. Okay, so let's build out a little garage or a little garden. Let's start with that. So let's figure out. I would like the car to be able to see the garden. So do we put the garden on this wall, or do we do like a garden all the way along the back? Because we could do like a bigger garden space here and make like a whole, we could like we could block off like starting here and do like a big kind of Zen garden area. I kind of like that. That's got like maybe a little pathway going through it. And then that just turns this into the garage space. And that, you know what? I kind of like that actually. Here, we're gonna start with this. So let's just get rid of these because we don't need them at the moment. And we're going to do dirt. We'll do it a little, we'll do it slightly raised. And then we need like a nice little border. I'm thinking we could maybe do something like, does this have a, that doesn't have a, oh no, wait, it does. You know, something kind of like that. Maybe for a border. Try building everything out of bounds so you have more space. Right now, I don't want more space. I'll maybe do that for a future build. But yeah, for now... Ooh, I like that. Hold on, let me put... For now, I need to work on filling the space I do have. It's a little too square. You know? We're gonna... there was another one that I liked. Yeah, these maybe? I like put these down. And then kind of... mix and match those, although that might be a little bit too symmetrical. It kind of has a look to it. We'll just need to figure out some stairs. And that's that. I think that's got kind of a nice vibe. Okay. And then let me build out like a little stair set here. And that we can maybe use this. So let's elevate this a little more, actually. And then let's do, like, well, we'll start with one here. Start there. And then do like that. There we go, perfect. Let's actually mix that up a little bit. It's not as symmetrical. There we go. Okay, cool. So that gives us our little Zen space over there. And then let's go into nature. Wait, did I skip it? There it is. And let's start building a garden. This is a racing game, guys. So let's start building a garden. I really liked his idea of having this be, oh god, it only has the bottom. About this being shorter and kind of being a little bush. Well, there we go. That's, I don't like that that's on the ground though. Hold on, let me make it a little bit. Let's push it back to the back. That's got a certain thing to it. Let me, about these? Hold on, let me just pull it over here so I can get a good look at it. No. Yeah, this is Sims 5. We kind of get some border bushes here. Maybe to start us off. Grabbed the wrong one. Those don't. I mean, let's tighten them up a little bit. There we go. Give them a random rotate, change the height of them a little bit. Just they feel a little bit more random. There we go. Sort of as a little border there. That looks okay. Don't know if I'm really sold on that. Oh, those are fun. Okay, let me hold on. I want to find something to use as like a stepping stone. Oh yeah, those are those windows. Hi, Blag. Yeah, so yeah, people are commenting on the fact that I have dirt instead of grass. The problem with the grass though is that it's too flat. I feel like the grass looks weird. Because it's not actually grass, it's just a flat grass texture. So I was going more for like a sand vibe. Because it's very normal to have sand in like Japanese and Chinese gardens. I think the grass just doesn't look right. Yeah. So I think if we just fill this with a lot of stuff, the dirt will look okay. I think. And there's not a sand, right? I mean, it's just dirt. Is there... I mean, there's a dirt platform. Does that have like that has a different texture to it. There's also this. What texture does this have? No. That's not at all what we're looking for. Concrete, dirt platform. I mean, we could maybe do dirt platform. That's got a little bit more of like a sand kind of energy to it. I don't know. What do you guys think between the two? I feel this is higher red. I like this, I think. Got a little more going on. Yeah, we're going to get some rocks in there for sure. I just want to find something that we can use as kind of like a somewhat natural looking stepping stone. I'm thinking just like actually, you know what? They'll probably be too big. Shapes. These are going to be way too big. Yeah, dang. We could that might work. Oh, okay, wait. We could maybe do that. Yeah, okay. Okay. No, there's no scaling in Event Lab. It's a big bummer, but yeah. So let's kind of just make ourselves a little pathway here. Little winding pathway. We'll make that one straight. And that one. Just kind of going off to the back. I feel like these have gotten a little higher, didn't they? Yeah, that one did a hair. That's okay. Let's kind of have that disappear off into the back. Well, we'll just put that there. And then let's have another, maybe like branching off this way. And I'll move this. Whoa, nope. Hold on. Just put that in the back for now. Sure. That feels nice. Yeah, okay. It's got a zen quality about it. bring these a little closer together. Okay. Will they add more props over time? They did in Horizon 5. Yeah, Horizon 5, we got a ton of Event Lab stuff. So the thought is that we probably will get more. Okay, and then let's figure out some benches. I know I'm doing this a little bit backwards, but it just helps. There are some existing benches in the game, I think, but I don't think they look great. We'll definitely use like stuff like this. We have some plant pots. Ooh, maybe we'll kind of do a little of that. Ah, we'll see. We'll get there. We can maybe throw one of these in there somewhere. Yeah, so there is a picnic bench. And we could maybe like put that up again. No. And then there's these concrete benches that look kind of doo-doo. So I don't want to use that. Maybe the picnic bench. I don't think there's another good bench, really. The only alternative I think would be... Well, you know what? Maybe we could... Would these look alright in there? Oh, it's in decor, sorry. There is this. That actually is kind of fitting, I feel. Because this is like wicker furniture, which is outdoor friendly. It doesn't really fit the vibe of like a Zen garden though, to have like a couch. So we might have to do, you know, something like where we make a custom bench by like doing this. Nah, that's not right. If anybody has an idea for like a good concrete bench or even a wood bench, let me know if anyone's got good thoughts for that. Otherwise we might be stuck with like the picnic table and this. We'll see. Okay, we need to fill this out with some foliage here. Where's nature? So let's do a little rock wall kind of up against the back. I don't really like that texture. That one's all right. Now the question is, do I want this to... I could do this whole wall in rock and just kind of make it look like supernaturally. Let's maybe try that. This is going to take a little bit, but... Sure. Utilize some other ends of it there. Homie. I feel like this could work. If we just kind of cover the whole thing. Make the bottom come out slightly if you put... You mean like kind of make it as a slant? Is that what you're getting at? So it's not just straight up and down. It sort of goes up like that. Yeah. Yeah, we're already like unintentionally doing that. So we're good. That's more of like a fill rock. This is going to be our big... Oh, that one's pretty good too. Move that around a little bit. It's the underside of that again. What am I looking for? That one. There we go. Fill that in there. Okay. Need some TDU garage music? Yeah. This is the corner the Drivatar stares at before getting into another race. Are we building out the Hoki Drivatar lore? This is his Zen space before he absolutely murders everybody in the game. Okay, I gotta be careful about overusing that one. Let's find another side for this. Just really like that one though. Do a little bit of that. Come on. Is this working? I think this is working. I think that'll look nice when it's all done. I think that'll look nice, especially when we have the rest of it kind of filled in with trees and other foliage, and we kind of decorate this out. I think this will work. I think that'll work nicely. Okay. Just gotta keep at it. Have like a nice big face. Oh, ooh, that's a little bit of a different kind of texture to it. Sure. Haven't used any of that yet. We'll put that down at the bottom here and fill it with this one again. There we go. That seems okay. A little bit of a mishmash of textures, but we'll play with it. We'll get it going. Flip it to the other side. There we go. Need something where the path meets the rocks. Yeah, we'll have to put something there. Okay, yeah, this is still working for us. Okay. We sink that in a little bit more, actually. I might have to delete this tree quick, so it's gonna get in my way. We'll just move it out of the way. There we go. Okay. Use this face. I don't think we've been, oh no, we've been using that one a lot. Let's do that. Okay. There we go. Sit in with a little bit of that at the corner. Sure. Get this one thrown in there. Back to that one, sure. Haven't used the underside of this too much. Oh, it's kind of got a tough shape to it, though. Yeah, we can make that work. Okay. Use that kind of as is. Cover that? Yeah, there we go. Sure. No. So. Oh. Oh, wait. Oh no, I can't grab it. There it is. Okay, there we go. Okay. Turn that into a portal to another dimension. I could. I absolutely could. We have props that could make something like that. Like that. There we go. Have that. Like that. Okay. Let's put another one of these ones up there. Get that texture. Your drive tire was faster than my Yesco in a straight line during the Colossus. Yeah. I'm not surprised. Unfortunately not. MX with the 55 months. Oh wow, your garage really rocks. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Use the underside of this. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, we can fill that in there. Got kind of a little bit background, and then cover that with more of this. Let's do this side of it, which we haven't used. Go like right there with it.
We are wrecking the car. Oh, Sammy,
And very
you
slow
are wrecking
clap,
the
yeah.
car.
Sure. Let's do this one in there. Then I've got a nice little idea to make this pop a bit as well. We're almost done. It's looking good. Let's use that end of it. Actually, I'm gonna leave that little space right there. And then well, you know what? I may as well fill it with rock anyway, just so there's nothing hiding. Okay. Just use this one to fill it out. Nice. Okay. We're getting somewhere. I'd say that looks pretty good. I'd say that looks quite nice. And then we can take... maybe this one would look good. Might be a little bit big. I was gonna say we could take that and kind of fill in some of the gaps. Make it look like vines. Let me see what would be a... ooh, that's a good one. Now if it'll let me select it. The bushes are always so hard. Yeah, there we go. See how good that's gonna look? Okay. It just won't let me grab it. Where is it? There we go. Okay. Where's a good spot to put it? Maybe like here? Fill it out. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. A bunch of it here as well. Oh my god. Yeah, tuck it in right there. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's get some down low. That's pretty good there. Oh yeah. Gives it just that nice little color pop. Oh no. Oh. Nope. Yeah, okay. Kind of hard to see it, but we'll make it work. There we go. Famrez, oh, does this work towards some accolades? No, there is no gameplay reason to do this. This is just for me. Just for me. There. We need like a patch somewhere around here. It's a little heavy over here and light over here. We'll get one more. Right in there, maybe. Sure. Maybe. Sort of splotched around. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Let me scoot this one in a hair. Yeah, that gives it a little bit of life. Yeah, there are accolades for just changing the garage. Yes, that is true. That is true. This is also actually a really good bush. Just because it's so dense. In the middle. Whoop. Just kind of looks a little bit of texture or something. Right there. Nah, it looks a little too symmetrical. Okay. Yeah, we'll fill this out. We'll fill this out. Okay, let me save quick, because that took a while. Let's save our changes. As Vision House. There you go. Ami, understandable. Me too. Can I come with, actually? Yeah. Yeah, there's no reason to go fancy with it, but yeah, you get 250 points for just customizing any garage. But it doesn't matter like how you do that customization. Okay, so now let's fill with furniture. We're gonna do that before we do the plants. If I put these, will this look silly if there's like, that's gonna look stupid. Yeah. I was gonna say, can I like make that into a bench? It doesn't look terrible, but it's like very obviously just 3 chairs next to each other. So maybe not. Yeah. I'm glancing. Do we put some googly eyes in there somewhere? Maybe some big inflatables. Some fake trees. just fill our Zen garden with nothing but cardboard trees. Untextured cardboard trees at that. Yeah, there's really nothing we can use in there. There are some things we can maybe get away with putting in here. Okay, we've got bundle of sticks, pile of wood, some planters. So let's put one of these somewhere. Let's maybe do this. Ooh, okay, hold on. I have an idea. We're gonna put this here. Or maybe do we put it back here maybe? I built the pathing without really like thinking about what I wanted to do with it. Now we'll put it here. It's gonna be here. And then let me do sort of a, does this have like an underside to it? Yeah, but that looks hideous. Okay, never mind. Let's do concrete cube maybe? Concrete cube large? Well, that's gonna be too big. Concrete cube large. Yeah, that's far too large. Okay. We could do like a little space here. Here, let me do this. It's just like a nice little sitting area. And then we can put the... Where are those wood chairs? Were those in decor? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that works. Let's just put a couple of those around. Make it a little bit slapdash. We'll do 3 of them, not 4. And then maybe... This will be sort of the people space. Sink that in just a hair. Put those little fellas there maybe, or maybe they should be like right up here somewhere. It's as a little greeting. I don't know. I don't know where I should put these guys. They have to be somewhere. They gotta be somewhere. I just don't know where. Is there a best circuit to test a car on? Yesterday we were using, oh god, what's that one? Shirakawa, I think is what it's called. Shirakawa circuit is apparently a pretty popular one, but I haven't really honed in on it. I've also been using Hokubu. The Hokubu time attack space has been another popular one. Shirakawa, yeah. Okay. I don't know if maybe I put those... Maybe I just kind of put them in the corner here. I mean, realistically, you're not going to see them over there. Let me do a little landscaping. We gotta mix it up. Keep the juices flowing. This is relatively sparse. Whoa, that's enormous. Okay. Can we fit that? Oh, that's a cherry blossom. If we like sink that down, could that work? No, that's just huge. That's way too big. We could like get funky with it and do that, but no. Okay. That has some merit. Kind of very, very thin, though. These are all very thin trees. Just little bushes. That one's maybe a little bit better. That one's also not bad. Kind of like that, maybe overhanging that space a little bit. Let's just slap that down. That's pretty sparse as well. How these, they're not very dense, which doesn't really work well for our garden space. It's kind of the issue we're running into here. Yeah. I mean, yeah, basically. What about these ginkgo? Can we shrink the ginkgo trees down? No. Yeah, dang, everything's too big. We might be kind of on a limited selection here, just because of the general size of the foliage. Yeah, because all that stuff's like too big. It's either too big or too small. Where's our Goldilocks tree? Did I like sink the whole thing down? That's way too big. Yeah, we might be limited to, like, bushes. Which I guess is okay. We're gonna put a big ol' rock right here. Big statement piece of a rock. Oh, I want to angle that. Oh, wrong way. Put some statue in the left. I don't know if there's any statues that would look good. We can certainly look. I can't. Oh my god. What could we put? Maybe in like rural. There's not really like any sort of statue that would not look out of place. I mean, maybe that if we like put it up on a little plinth or something. Like, even that's a little campy, but maybe we could maybe put that somewhere, just on like a little cylinder at the back or something. We could maybe do that. Put a big ol' ice cream cone. Yeah. Okay, let me go back to this rock. There we go. I don't know if I want that one. Yeah, that one's got a little more statement boulder to it. That one, maybe? Actually, I like that. I like that. And then... we just kind of like fill the whole space here with foliage. Just go a little bit nuts with it. Oh. Just kind of giving it random rotations. There we go. My favorite game, The Sims build mode. I know. I know it. I think that could work. You just kind of keep filling that out. And then maybe we'll put a couple little flower bushes in there to break it up. Give that some random rotation. Go about there with it. You can see yourself wasting time on this. I know, this is one of those things where you can just obsess over it for so long. I'll just cover that up a little bit. Come on, let me grab it. Let me grab it. Come on. Hey, choo-choo conductor, coming back for 3 months. Dude, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Choo-choo to you. Alright, that's good. Take that and just kind of like really cover in the walkway. Make it feel like the walkway is like your only path through. Yeah, I think that's working. At this point, we can just start copying, so we have enough sort of random variation here. And then let's grab like one of these. Yeah, just put like these in a couple little random spots. So there's a little bit of, just kind of looks like it's flowering slightly. Yeah, okay, okay. There we go. That's looking nice. And then let me actually take this and scoot it over here. That space covered. Hold on. We're gonna come at that from the back. We're gonna like cover the. Ooh, no, that's not right. Oh. That's a good spot to grab it. Okay. Maybe out there. Wow, why is it? Why does it just look like the foliage is floating? The whole mesh is completely messed up from that side. Yeah, it's all borked. All right, we're gonna keep that over there, and then maybe try something else. I guess we can move this over. This is gonna be something we can definitely use. This is a garage, yeah. There's more space over here, but we're focused on the Zen portion of it. Oh yeah, this will look good. I just wish we could grab it from the top. That's the only bummer. We have to like grab it from down here, figure it out. We just have, move it blindly. Okay, this is good actually though. We need to rotate it. I think this way. Have I done any building to the estate? No, not really, to be honest. I've barely touched the estate. Ooh, there we go. Okay, let's bring that up a hair. Whoop, that was too many hairs. Okay, we need to scoot it back. And maybe we can go a little higher with it. I think that works. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's obviously clipping through anything, and that is just whatever. That's part of the ground. Okay, let me start filling in more of this. Shoot, you know, I maybe should have done that before I put the tree over there. But whatever. We're gonna fill out the root structure just so it doesn't look like it's poking right out of the ground. Oh, it does not want me to grab these. Sure. That works. Come on. Come on. Let me grab a bush. Oh. Not that one. Whoa. What? Okay, there we go. Oh, wait, dang it. I grabbed it instead of cloned it. There we go. Grab it again. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got another one. That's all right. Just kind of fill that all out. There we go. Can you build a tuning track at the estate? We'll see. I might not do a tuning track this time around, because there are already racetracks, like actual racetracks in the game. So I don't know how I'm feeling about that yet. I don't know what I'm going to do with my estate at this point. Sure, we'll put one of these back there. Okay, this is starting to look pretty good. Sure, we'll fill that out with that. Yeah, that space I think looks relatively nice. Now we just need to kind of fill out this, which I don't know how sold I am on this little thing of bushes anymore. I've sort of been abandoning that idea. Come on. It still wants the tree. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, the test track is just going to be a big old garden. Okay, this back space. Let's do this. Decor. Can we build? I don't think we'll have... Yeah, we're not going to be able to do it. I was thinking if maybe we could build like a little Tory gate or something, but there's not going to be the right props to do that. Not without making it look too cheap. What's the small cylinder? Just wait. That's not gonna work. It's gonna be way too silly looking up the top there. Yeah, okay. Never mind. Never mind. I thought I had an idea. We could keep this though. I mean, let's maybe get rid of this. Let's get rid of this block and like do this. And then have that end with something here. And can we put that like in? Hold on. Oh, I have a potential idea. I think that's in urban or rural. Yes. Okay. I have like that covering it, and then maybe have these guys in there. The little guardians of the park. Although I guess you can't see that at all, so that's a little silly. Maybe I put them like right here instead of having it off to the side. Or here, I guess I'll just delete the inside there. Maybe I do that like here. Something like that. The Garden Guardians, yeah. Yeah, that's a nice kind of, that's a nice little texture. Okay, I need to move the pathway, though, at that point. So we'll just start curving it there. Get rid of one of these. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty nice and centered. I just gonna fix this one a little bit. Guys, how you liking the racing game content today, by the way? Is this peak racing game content? Yeah, that works. Okay. Oh, hold on. I gotta pull this forward just a hair. 6 out of 7? Sure, naturally. The little garden guardians. There we go. I think that's got kind of a fun little vibe to it. I don't think that looks too, like, campy or cheesy. I think that's got a decent energy to it. Okay. All right. Now we need to, like, finish out these spaces here. Yeah, I haven't lost. We've won every single race today. Let me save quick, because, again, we've done a lot of work. So let's just get another save in the books. We'll do a new save, just so we have a couple backups. And then, what do we want to do for the other spaces? I'm wondering if maybe let's. Ooh, hold on.
Good news. Backup's coming.
Hey, Kyle, bringing them in for the peak racing content. Welcome. Thanks, Kyle. Let's do this on this side. I actually might do this on both sides, to be honest. Gives it a little bit of dimension. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let me do that on this side. Snap rotate or step rotate. Hey, Kazi, what's up? Kazi and Kyle. Yeah, we're doing a little gardening in our racing game, you know. You know how it is, as you do. Yeah, I think that's nice. That gives it just an extra little border. And then I might fill this with kind of just the same foliage stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's just going to be our trick. All right, let me just see if I can kind of grab this. Hopefully I can fill that nicely. We'll put a little bit of little flowers there. That's the exact same one. Oh, I have step rotate on. That's why. I think it's okay if I kind of cover the... I keep grabbing the same one. I cover, like, the platform a little bit. I'm okay with that, in theory. I don't want it to, like, clip too much, but... Do you get more props? No, everything's unlocked right at the start of the game, but there will very likely be more props added to the game with post-launch content. Because they did that a lot back in Horizon 5. So I think it's a pretty safe bet that we'll also get it for 6. Yeah, there we go. I think that's got a nice little vibe. Okay, let's keep it going. Oh, I had such a good one. Whatever, it's fine. Add some windows or something. Yeah, it's honestly, it's pretty shocking to me how much event lab stuff they still have not given us. that seems like it would be a shoo-in. Especially for a garage space. Windows? How do we not have windows? That doesn't make any sense to me. How do we not have, like, garage lifts? Like, you can kind of make them. You can sort of build your own garage lift. You were able to do that in 5, at least. But yeah, there's so many things that I would have thought would be so easy. Like, total obvious stuff that they haven't really brought. So maybe, I mean, the hope is that we get it in time. Yeah. Yeah, or just like normal doors. Yeah. Right. Oh, it's not letting me grab this. Dang it. All right, let's undo that one. Sure. Yeah, garage doors for your garage? What a silly thought. Custom garage doors? You're crazy. You're crazy. Oops. Gonna get a little bit more going on in there. There we go. I don't know what I want to do with this back corner quite yet. We'll figure that out. There we go. Just try to prevent the clipping as much as I can. I guess I might leave that dirt. Because that's sort of, you gotta, you gotta get there. Maybe I can put some sort of other border there, too. I want to have it, like, encroaching in a little bit. Just not too much. Kazi, have you been, I know you did, some map stuff in 5. Have you been messing with the estate or the garage editor much? They talked about the windows in some of the IGN videos, said something like it was difficult to show the outside in real time. No, I'm not even talking about windows to show the outside. I'm just talking about like a window prop so that you can separate your garage into 2 spaces and have a window between them. Yeah, like even back in Horizon 5 for the event lab, people wanted windows. Or for like just building up your own, custom buildings or custom skyscrapers, just having windows. Right now, the only thing we have that is sort of a window analog are these. A lot of people have been using these for windows because that's the closest thing we have. Don't get me wrong, I'd love it if we could have windows to the outside. But, yeah, that's not even, I just want a window prop. Just as a basic thing. Okay, natural. Let's get to our flowers. Which one's the flower bush? There we go. Uh-oh, it's not gonna let me grab it, is it? Oh! Okay. Start that one over again. There we go. Sink it down in there. Just fill that space. Let's get a couple more. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I would love it if we could do garage editor stuff that could also see outside. I know maybe that's what Abaddon was talking about. I know that is something they mentioned, is they wanted to have that or something, and then decided they couldn't. They wanted to like let us decorate the outside space. So that's a bit of a bummer, but hey, it is what it is, I guess. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay, now we just need to fill out this back area. I feel like we should maybe use one more of these trees. So let me grab that, give it a big rotate. Yeah, Dasa, it could totally be a fake outside. Totally. Like that's I think how TDU used to do it. Is when you saw outside, it wasn't like actual outside. It was just a mirror image of sorts of outside. I don't know if I love that. I don't know. Yeah, you can make a fake outside. Yep. But I wish you could at least, like... Yeah, like, it'd be cool if at Vision House you could see, like, a fake version of Tokyo or something. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this last little space. Any other trees that we could, like, chop off? Like, what if I did this and then brought that, like, way down? Maybe? I think that's going to be too much. Whoop. Grabbed the wrong thing. I mean, I could maybe push it against the back. Nah, it looks a little too spindly. Waterfalls, fountains, koi fish. I'd be all for that. If they had like a little koi pond prop, that'd be sick. I would love if they did like a whole garden pack and gave us way more stuff for that. I don't know. We might just fill that with more bushes, to be completely honest. Yeah. I mean, we can... I know I want that covered, so we may as well just start with that. That little space there. Raise it up towards the back as it becomes more unkempt. Yeah, I mean, that I don't know, we might just do something like that. Koi pond and tatami mats. I can make my dream garden. Yeah, for sure. That area you're doing right now. I know, wouldn't it be so cool to just slap a little koi pond in there? Ugh. I would love that. Let me see if there's any sort of other... I wonder if there's any, like, other thing we could put here. Would that be interesting, or is that too much? Putting something like that there. You think that's too much, or is that kind of neat? Maybe hide it a little bit more like that. Too much? Too much? Okay. Yeah, what else? I mean, I could do another big old rock back there. But I kind of like that. I kind of want each space to be its own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, hold on, I gotta fill that in a little bit more. Right in here. It's to be. I want it to really encroach on the path. There we go. That's a little bit better. Let me grab one more. Ah, it's fine if it's that. Oh, but I can't see that. Okay, hold on. Pick it up. Pick it up there. Move it in there. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I like that there's each of the three spaces kind of is its own thing. Like, this is the space for people. This is the rock with bonsai tree space. I want this to, like, have a theme. I just don't know what we would do with that. And I guess we'll kind of just build this out for now. That's sort of filled up. I'll rotate that a little bit. There we go. Put a car in there. We could. We could. Let's look at rural. I mean, I don't know. There's really nothing that fits for that space. Just Put a sick bike back there. Be a cool spot for a rally car. Yeah, I mean, there is space for it. Kind of have like a little stone ramp and then like one of the rally cars goes there. I feel like that's a little bit silly though. RV parking could be RV parking. Yeah. Everybody needs a good excavator. The park is under construction. Yeah, I mean, a tractor could be kind of cute. That like almost, that very much changes the vibe, but it does kind of work. We'll put a boat here and then some blue blocks, make it pretend like it's water. We don't need like a funky little ATM thing there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my only idea is to just fill it with more plants. Fill it with more plants. I just want to do like something else there. Needs koi pond, yeah. I like have that in the exact same orientation. The feng shui is all wrong. I mean, I could do like a big rock. I could kind of do it like this. It just blends too much against the back. Like this has some good contrast because it's further forward. There's stuff behind it. This just kind of blends in. Like it does look cool. If we just, you know, filled that out, that would look kind of neat in that space, I guess. But there's not enough contrast against the back wall. But I guess it's better than nothing. I don't know. Until I'm presented with another better idea, that might be our idea. For now. Maybe I'll put some reeds back here. Just give it a little bit more something. Some of that, like, there's some of that, like, rice or whatever it is. Oh, it's bamboo. Yeah. Maybe we'll put some little juvenile bamboo back there. Do a stone arch. I just think it'll get lost. That's a cool idea. I think it'll just get lost against the back wall, though. Everybody drink! Everybody drink! Hey, Figgy, welcome to the stream. Take another drink, everyone. We got another one. Alright, we'll move it out here. It always makes it a little easier if you can just grab it in the right spot. And then, once this is done, fill up that front space a little bit. Barely see that. Good enough. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think that will be okay. Just take some of this, kind of put it up against the back wall. Hold on, let me... rotation. That might help the stone stick out a little bit too. Nice place to get bit by bugs. No. It's in a, you know, climate controlled garage. It's okay. No bugs in here. That gives it just a little something. Garage Creator in 3 years. When we get more props is gonna be nuts. Yeah, I hope so. I'm also a little bit bummed that they actually remove some of the props in the garage editor. So like the stuff that you have in Event Lab is not the same stuff you have in here. And I get it from, like, the stuff's intended use case. Like the skyscrapers. You don't get access to the skyscrapers in this, but you do outside of it. But there's a lot of ways that people can use that, you know, not for its original purpose. I feel like they should still let us use that. All right, I feel like that's good. That gives it a little bit more energy. Let's fill that with a couple of those little flowering bushes. Oh god, okay, let me grab out here. Yeah, no koi ponds. No koi ponds, unfortunately. There are people that have made, like, fake aquariums. Which, you know, at a distance, they look like okay. But, you know, you look at them up close at all, and it's like, okay. Yeah, that's obviously very fake. Needs, like, a little bit more dimension to it. There we go. Okay. I'd say that's a pretty good little garden space. Now, as usual, as is often the case, we've really deviated from the original intent of this garage. I wouldn't say this is necessary. I mean, I guess it's kind of fancy. It's pretty fancy to have a, like, Zen garden in your garage. But it's definitely not the, like, what we were originally going for. Whoops. Character locator, there we go. I mean, I might want to, like, put the main car there. So you can... Alright, guys, we're going to be done for now. I accidentally just didn't save. I'll do that off stream. So we just lost all of that. Let's just move on. Yeah, let's just move on. That's on me. That's my fault. It's a good thing we had a backup save. But god damn it. Yeah, we're gonna be done for now. We're gonna be done. That pisses me off. Oh. Let's do some racing. Okay. Sometimes. Yeah, I just accidentally I hit double B. I just hit double B and it was discard all changes and back out. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. I didn't spend that much time on it. I really didn't spend that much. That was like not even an hour. I'll be able to do it off stream. It's okay. We didn't lose everything. It was just garage. It was just some of the garden decoration. Yeah, Vision House has a crazy nice view, right? You see Fuji off in the distance. You see Tokyo out there. It's sick. Also, crazy car to have here as well. Yeah, there really should be a confirmation, but whatever. Hey, I can't really blame the game for that. Like, that's just me. That was just... I clicked buttons too quickly. Clicked buttons too fast. There's the garage in real life. Oh, alright, JP. Yeah, we'll see. We'll get to it later. Yeah, like, look at how nice that looks. That looks pretty. Why can't I just park here? Alright. So, quick update as well. I did change our 155. So one of the issues we had, we built this very nicely. We were seeing that people were either running rally tires or drag tires on it. And the drag tire build was like very power buildy. It had like 800 horsepower, 750-ish in A class. It felt terrible to drive. So I went with rally tires, which was way better on handling for the tighter circuits. But we took it into online, and we got a race. We did 2 races, I think, in it. One race, we smoked everybody because there were actually turns. Another race was like just flat. It was just all on the highway. We got absolutely smoked because the car just didn't have any speed. So I've since switched to like a middle ground between the two, where instead of going minimum width drag tires, I went big width drag tires. It makes like 550-ish horsepower. And it still handles, I think, quite nicely. But now it can actually hit higher speed, so it shouldn't get like totally outclassed when it runs up to a sprint. Yeah, like this, it's got some top end. Well, I might need to extend the gear. I might need to extend 7th a little bit, actually, because we're running out of gear. Let me do that just a hair. That seems good. Why? I don't want to overdo it. Putting me out of stop, dang it. Let's do a quick test on the highway. Go right there. And then we still don't have an S2 car. We also B class, we ran into the same thing with our Civic. I think we just need a different Civic or a different B class car for sprints, because the Civic's good. The Civic is good. It just isn't good for sprints. So we need to like actually pay attention to what that is looking like. Yeah, this feels good enough gearing wise. Yeah, I feel like hitting 170 in A is probably plenty. Yeah, that tops us out. Okay. With that, let's build a car quick. What time? How much time did we spend wasting our time in the garage builder? 2.5 hours. All right, let's build a quick car. Because we still need something for S2 and R. I guess we still need an R class car as well. Oh, looking at this makes me mad. Okay, hold on. I need to switch my... I need to download someone else's garage. Because looking at that and realizing I wasted that time pisses me off. So let's go... Let's look at some cool garages. What do we got? Did we do Hans? Hans Garage? I know that's pretty high up there. Tokyo City Pad. Premier Brick Warehouse. What do we got here? That's looking nice. Let's try the Tokyo City Pad. Sure. Dino Sex Dungeon? How we want. Alright. Downloaded. Manage. There it is. Sure. Oh, look at mine. It has the out of bounds tech. Ooh, yeah. We could try that out. The new out of bounds tech, though? Yeah, this is cool. We'll keep this for now. Yeah, it's good enough. It's got a vibe. Oh, it's got the FCG logo on there. Cool. Yeah, we'll run this for the time being. Okay, so let's go sort by favorites. C-Class, we've got the City. Although, to be fair... sorry, C-Class we have the Celica. That's right. That's Rally. We have an A-Class Rally car. That was off-stream. Shout out Magnus for that one. And then, yeah, the 155 is otherwise our A-Class car. We have a B-Class. We need a separate B-Class car for sprints, but we'll get there. S1. Oh, I never favorited the Cayman. Favorite. Okay, so S1 we've got the Cayman here. Let's sort by class. And then the GTR just for funsies, I guess. Whatever. It's a good car. So yeah, S2. Let's look at S2. Is there a bias to which drivatars are in your races? You've been in like every single one. King, everybody drink, by the way. You and literally the entire player base of the game. For whatever reason, this time around, everybody gets like the exact same drivatars. And I don't know if that's gonna get fixed soon. But we'll see. For now, I am in everybody's game. Rivals. Road racing. We'll stick with Shirakawa. And we'll see what's doing it for S2. Oh, also, I did try the Ford GT that is, like, dominant in A-Class. Man, I hate it. I got a top 100 time, but holy cow, does it stink. I gave it a couple drives, couple laps, and I hated my life. So, yeah, we're not taking that. It is just a poopy car. Okay. Oh, 787B. Dominating for the circuits. Okay, and I'm very fine with the 787. I also saw the SV12 in there. What's doing it for sprints? Let's try like a highway circuit. Is it still going to be the 787? Blood Bun, everybody drink. Take another drink. Yes, that is me. The Forza Edition Mazda. Okay. Not going to take that. Not going to take that. F1 GT. Hennessy Venom. Another F1 GT. I saw an Ultima in there. Oh, I think that's the Pennzoil Skyline. Interesting. That's kind of cool. Can maybe do that. There's a couple 787Bs. Just built different. Shoot, you know what, actually? I don't think I have the 787B unlocked right now. I mean, I could pay for it, but it's $1 mil, and that's just a waste of my time. So maybe we, not a waste of my time, a waste of my money. Maybe we just do a little bit of driving. Maybe we do some racing, because I don't know the exact, I don't know the exact criteria for how to progress barn finds, but it's always like just playing the game. Noriaro saw your name in the game and said, "Is that the most famous Forza YouTuber?" Yeah, I've actually met him twice now. Met Noriaro. So he does know a little bit who I am. Hopefully he remembers me. Yeah. Wait, yellow story missions on the map for barn finds? No, sorry guys. I have all the barn finds. I have them all. I'm not worried about how to get them. Sorry. I have found every barn find in the game. That's why they're all named. They're all, you can see paint primer, part stripping, chassis straightening. They're all just taking their time to unlock. That's what I want to know. Is there is some sort of criteria of like whether it's playtime or whether it's like specific activities in the game. Again, it'll just happen on its own. I never am concerned about it. It always just happens on its own, given a set amount of time. But I don't know if it's like, if it specifically tracks miles driven or whatever. Minimum time between reveals, maybe. I don't know. Let's just jump in and do some racing with the cars that we do have. And see if they start to unlock. Yeah. No. Yeah, I know there's no fancy tricks to it. But I'm just wondering if there is a specific requirement. Because I've never worried about. I've never, like, thought about, is there a specific tracker it's looking for? Oh, of course it's going to be S2. Which we don't have a car for. Alright. Back we go. We could just jump in and do spec racing. But again, I want to use the cars that we built. Everybody drink, take another drink. Go in chat. Your AI races me so angry by ramming. Everybody take another one. We're gonna be drunk by the end of the day. We did not have an R-Class car. Yeah, none of you guys are making out of this stream alive. Sorry. Sorry. Is there a ranked system to online? Unfortunately not, no. Very much hoping it gets added somehow, you know, post-launch, but oh my god. We've been asking for that for 5 years now, and they never did it in Horizon 5. So, we'll see. Already wasted? Skill-based matchmaking? Not that they have publicly stated. I believe there is... Oh my god. I believe there is a back-end system that attempts to rate you with players roughly of your skill level or roughly with the amount of experience that you have. They used to have that back in like Horizon 4. Hey, there we go. Oh, of course it's... dude, we're gonna get smoked. Cause this is 2 fast tracks. All right, whatever. We should have built a faster B-class car. There's no way we're gonna win. I don't know necessarily what that sprint is, but highway circuit in B-class is just flat. We're gonna get cooked. Whatever. We're taking it anyway. Oh, everyone take another drink. Floop Chen says hello, Nemesis. That's another one, guys. Floop Chen, welcome to the stream. Waiting for Moza support. Oh, Olaf. Weird. That's not the case for me. I have tried this game on a Moza R3, R5, and R21, and all of them have worked for me. Like, pretty much just out of the box. The only big thing is peripherals. But yeah, someone, I don't know who it was in chat. Someone said they couldn't get theirs to work until they, like, turned the force feedback down and then turned it back up. Yeah, some people have been having weird stuff with Moza. Which is so odd, because, like, for me, all 3 of them were literally plug and play. Plug in, functions exactly as expected. They didn't have shift lights, I guess. But outside of that, like, they all just worked. I don't know. So yeah, hopefully that gets fixed soon. Because yeah, that's one I have not heard yet. Ooh, sorry. Is you only have 180 degrees of rotation. Yeah, I didn't run into that issue at all with any of mine. Which wheel are you on, out of curiosity? What do I drive IRL? I daily a beautiful Honda Element. That's kind of like an overlanding camping rig. And then I have a Mark III Supra as well. Thanks for the bump draft. Oh, he's trying to ram me. And it's not working. He was trying to... See, that's why you go front wheel drive in multiplayer. Because you just keep on the gas. Oh, it doesn't work there, clearly, because I got fully rammed out of that corner. Wow, yeah, this is a dirty lobby. But that's why you go front wheel drive. You just stay on the gas and they can't ram you. In those situations, anyway. Let's see if I can sneak around the outside. No, it's not gonna work. Yeah, that's so weird. My R5 did not have that issue, Olaf. Yeah, I don't know. And you've adjusted the rotation in Pit House? Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would my R5 work? And why would yours not? Messed with it for like 2 hours? Yeah, that's so strange to me. Because I'm not like doing anything weird. I've just got like just normal R5 updated with the latest stuff. Like no weird beta software, no custom funky things. just the normal game, and mine just like plug and play works perfect. By the way, I am gonna win this pretty comfortably because none of those guys could turn and they kept hitting themselves. Yay! Highway sprint, there's no way. I'm gonna get smoked on highway sprint. Unless again they keep hitting themselves. You can turn a full 540, but only 180 degrees actually turns. Maxes it out. Turning more does nothing. Have you messed with the in-game linearity settings? That's the only other thing I could think. Because that would be either linearity or whatever the other one is. Steering... I can't remember what it is. But yeah, there are in-game settings that would cause that. So make sure you look at whatever's at the bottom. I'm blanking on what the name of it is. Yeah, I'm blanking on what the bottom of it is. Or what the bottom setting is. But yeah, make sure you like set as default. You know, yeah, I don't know. That's so, again, it just doesn't make sense to me. Are you on PC? Are you on Xbox? One or the other? Floop, yeah. You're on PC? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Steam copy or do you have a Steam copy or a Microsoft Store copy? I guess it doesn't matter. I tested it on both. Yeah, I did. Like the reason it's such a sticking point for me is like I want to know what I do that makes mine work fine, because clearly I'm doing something that makes mine just work out of the box, but I don't know. Microsoft also, starting at the back as well, so not a good start. It also only recognizes as a generic wheel. I don't think there was a profile for mine, but yeah, you should still be able to just map it and everything works. I don't know, man. I've got my R3 right behind me. I could plug that in and just see. Yeah. Okay, so there's like 2 breaking points on this whole track. The entire rest of it's flat. And we just don't have any speed, so we're not gonna do well here. Just depends what everybody else has built, but you know, here we go. Here's our first braking zone. We're gonna scoop up like 7 passes, but they're just gonna pass me back. Oh, that's hilarious. Away we go. Yeah, no, Jacob, you're 100% right. I have heard of multiple people. We've had people in chat running into issues with Moza wheels. And it like gets under, it like bothers me, because for me, with all 3 of my wheels, they all just worked. I don't know, like I just plugged them in and everything was fine. Typical rammers can't turn moment. Although that guy was relatively clean. He gave me a little side swipe, but beyond that, really nothing. Yeah. Daniel, hey, thank you. Welcome to the stream. It's been a little bit of a weird one today, but yeah, thanks for being here and hanging out. I know nothing about wheels. Are Logitech's good? Very much depends on your budget. Wheels are very much like a you get what you pay for thing. And Logitech's, some Logitechs are good and some are bad. And what is good and bad really just depends on what you're expecting. You know, a G29 for some people is amazing and it's going to be so fun. Whereas for other people, like G29 is bottom of the barrel. So it depends is really the only answer. I will say though, like almost everyone at some point in their sim racing journey has been on some sort of Logitech G29 family wheel. They are like by far the most popular wheel out there. These days, beginner wheel I would recommend is a Moza R3. I think that is like by far best bang for your buck. For like a, you know, entry level wheel. But yeah, it depends. It depends. I think what bothers me is my wheel works great on Horizon 5. Yeah, see, that makes even less sense to me, Olaf. Like, how is it that it works fine on Horizon 5, mine works fine on Horizon 6 and 5, and yours doesn't? I just don't get that. Never touched Logitech, started on Moza. Yeah, I mean, people that have gotten into the hobby more recently, a lot more have been starting with like an R5. The R5 was like the big recommendation. That came out before the R3. So a lot of people within the last... When did Moza become a company? Like 7 years ago? Within the last, like, I don't know, 7 years, a lot of people have been getting their starts on the R5, which is so much better. Like, the R5 is such a good wheel compared to, you know, G29s, etc. But obviously more expensive. But yeah, that's why the R3 is so good. Because the R3 is like the cost of a Logitech G family wheel. But just way better. Way better. Yeah, regional differences is a big thing too. For me in the US, Moza is very cheap. But that's not the case for everybody. So yeah, where you live does absolutely make a difference. Yeah, G25s. Yeah, for me, it was, G25s, G27s. Yep, those were the big ones. Look at us go. Look at our ability to turn. Yeah, I had a lot of buddies that started on like really old Fanatechs. There was like an old Fanatech Porsche wheel in like the mid 2000s. I think it was like an 06, 07, like Fanatech Porsche Experience wheel. I can't remember what it was called. That was a pretty popular one back in the day. I've heard that wheels aren't great for Forza compared to other games. That used to be very true, but the last two games have made huge strides in that direction. Horizon 5, I think, was by far the biggest step up. And then Horizon 6, like, just took it that next notch. I personally think Horizon 6 is fantastic on a wheel. Fantastic on a wheel. For what, you know, again, it's not Assetto Corsa. You shouldn't go into it expecting Assetto Corsa. But for what this is, which is, you know, simcade fun game where you're driving really anything, I think it's about as good on a wheel as you could expect. I find it very enjoyable. Oh, am I gonna get him at the end? No, he's gonna have me. What a good finish though, for the podium. We did better than we thought. We did better than we thought, for having a really slow car. Yeah. First wheel was a PXN. Yeah, there you go. You played much on wheel? I've played a lot on a wheel. Yes. Played a whole lot on a wheel. I do not prefer controller. I really don't prefer one or the other. I like them both. I like streaming with a controller because it's just easy and casual. It's a lot of... I'm exhausted if I stream on a wheel for like 4+ hours. If I'm just sitting here on a controller, we're just chilling. We're having a good time. We're relaxing. So I really like streaming on a controller. But, you know, if I'm in the mood to play on a wheel, like, it's really fun to play on a wheel. B again, highway circuit again, and more sprints. We're gonna back out of that one. Yeah. Game's more fun on a wheel? Yeah, absolutely. It's a whole different... Hey, look at that! Wait, are all of my barn finds? Look at this, all of my barn finds are coming in now after that race. Oh, wait, maybe just 3 of them. Okay. That's still pretty good. So yeah, if we just keep doing more races. If we keep doing more races, we'll get to the 787. Because I think that's the last one. It's great how well it works on both. Yeah, I think the game is fantastic on both. Horizon 5, I still lightly preferred controller. Horizon 6, it's neither here nor there. Like, both of them are good. It's just kind of what I'm in the mood for. Like this Rivals time, on the monthly Rivals, I set this on a wheel. I did this both on controller and wheel, and I did this on a wheel, 38298, which is not a bad time. For me, that's pretty dang good for the monthly. And that was on a wheel. And that you know, that's faster than I did on the controller. So, yeah. Okay. Let's jump back in. Let's get some A-class. There we go. There we go. Just need to find a good wheel stand. Yeah, sure. Fingers crossed. Hey! Okay, we can try out the alpha. Tokyo City Docks. I don't know either of these. Done. Do I have the FH6? No. No, I haven't been pushing that stuff super hard. I was like lightly working towards it a bit last night. Ooh, what a vibe. Holy cow. Look at the fall weather with the fog. Damn, that looks good. Tried sniping it? Ah, don't even bother sniping it. Just get it. Just work for it. I mean, I guess auction housing it is working for it in a different way, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's... I would not try to snipe something on the auction house that I can just get myself. Also, hilarious that this guy is going to be racing in that BRZ, by the way. That's terrifying. Terrifying. There we go, coming out of the fog. Oh, it's kind of like stepping out. That's a little bit odd. It's just like my volumetric setting. Yeah, look at that! This is what we were talking about yesterday. Look at how sick that is. Oh, of course. But you got a little hint of it. Yeah, you got a big hint of it. I need the FE86, but oof, that's a hustle. Yeah, it's definitely some effort. But you honestly, like, do all the stories, and that gets you like halfway there. I think it goes, I mean, I haven't gotten there, but I feel like it probably goes quicker than you might think. Just do all the stories. Do the day trips, do Yuji's garage, do the photography one. And I think there's maybe one more. And then that gets you a good chunk of it. Yeah, doing all the upgrades, that's a pretty easy one. I did that one last night because I needed 2 for electric cars. Is what I was missing. That was weird. I like felt like I got hit. Oh, whatever. All right, this is actually a little more handling focused, so this is a good test. Because we took some handling out of this. Oh, I'm trying to be clean. I didn't want to get knocked out of the checkpoint there. He can outbrake me. Let's let him have it. Ooh, he underbraked. Gotta let it. There you go. Go wide. What? What? What did my phone just think I said? There are currently Magic the Gathering cards up on my phone. I have no idea. My phone just thought I, like, you know, said, hey, GOOGL, I guess. And so it searched something. And then there are currently like Magic the Gathering cards up on my screen. Okay. Yeah, my phone's just like, oh, wait, hold on. You need a new addiction? You need more stuff to spend money on? Pokemon's not enough? Your Lord of the Rings Magic card's not enough? Need to get a new commander deck? Sure. Dude, as soon as we get to the straights, holy cow. The alpha just takes off. Like he was outpacing us a little bit on the tighter corners, but not by much. Now granted, I think he was driving a little bit sketch. As soon as we get to the straights though, that's kind of all on us. I feel like this is fairly well balanced at this point. I feel like this is a good balance because it still was okay in the handling section, and then just has way too much power for the straights, which is good. And still feels okay. All right, what did my phone think I said? Oh, it literally just said go wide. Why does Googling go wide pull up Magic cards? I'm just curious now. Oh, apparently there is a deck. Yeah, this is from Magic TCG Reddit, buffing go wide commander tips. So there's some deck strat. All right, there you go. Weird. I got into Pokemon for a bit, but my wallet didn't like it, so I sold everything. Didn't end up making profit. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Pokemon's nutty these days. It's been nutty for the last like 5 years. Yeah. I'm in a similar boat. I didn't sell that much. I sold, I don't know. I sold maybe like $2,000 worth of cards. Like a year ago. Just the stuff that like I pulled it and I thought it was not as cool, but it like had a lot of value. And yeah, I still have all the stuff that I like. And like all my other, you know, I play the game as well. So I've got like all the normal cards from a bunch of sets from like 2020 to 2025-ish. 2024-ish. Not that much. Listen, when you're deep into the Pokemon hobby, $2,000 of cards is not that much. Unfortunately. I wish that were not true. But, yeah, I mean, that was probably, I think that was like 10 to 15 cards. And like the cards were not that valuable in the grand scheme of things. There was one card, I think, I did have a Van Gogh Pikachu, which these days is worth a pretty penny. Whoop. Let him take it. But I think I sold it for like 600. Oh no! We both got hit. Oh, the Stagia double attack. The BRZ. Make sure we don't go wide there. But yeah, at one point, I like did the math of how many Pokemon packs I had bought over the last year. And it was just like, oh, there's so much better stuff I could be spending that money on. Like I've loved Pokemon my entire life. Always been a big love of mine. But yeah. it was getting to a point where I was like, oh, I spent a lot of money on Pokemon cards this year that could have gone to like car parts, computer parts, vacations, you know, whatever. And I decided, you know what? I'm gonna scale back on the cards side of the hobby. There we go. Currently playing on a gamepad, yeah. on an Xbox controller. I guess it's not on a Razer controller. Wolverine Pro V3. But yeah, not on a wheel currently. All right, well, we smoked him. Woo, almost got smoked by the taxi. But the Alpha, it's won both of the races so far. Don't remind me how much I've spent. You recycle the cards for packs. I did at one point do a big sell-off of a bunch of, like, when I have 4 of a card, I will get rid of the rest. So I did have a huge thing of bulk of, yeah, if I had more than 4 of a card. And I've done that, I think, twice, actually, where I've offloaded my bulk to, like, get more packs. But yeah, I don't really have much bulk anymore. Yeah. I need at least 2 playsets. Yeah, I always just keep 1. Yeah. 1 set of everything. Yep. Unless it's something popular. If it's something popular and, like, good, then I'll keep 8. Because I want my wife to be able to use them too, just in case. Used to play when you were younger. Turns out a bunch of the cards I had are worth thousands now. Yep. Now I use them till they need to be held together with tape. Yeah, you and a lot of the world. A rally. Oh, I have a car for this. All right, let's try out the Manta. I was driving this a little bit last night. We have a binder full of playables to help other people at our locals. Dude, nice, Hot Dog. That's actually a really good idea. Yeah. Yeah, wait, take a vacation instead of getting a shiny piece of cardboard with an electric mouse? The choice is easy for me. Let me get that cardboard. It's shiny? Are there swirls on it? Where are the swirls on it? Oh yeah, you want to see the gamepad overlay? There you go. Yeah, we'll leave that on until anyone yells at me for turning it off, or to turn it off. All right, this is our first time. Oh wow, like nobody in the lobby. This is our first time using this online. Swirls do make a difference. Yeah, I'm definitely a bit of a swirl guy. I love a good swirl on a Pokemon card. I'd say this is doing pretty well. Now, granted, we have currently 3 people in this race. Somebody quit, so it's just me and 2 other guys, but we're beating them. We're certainly beating them. Whoop! I missed the checkpoint. Pulled a gold Mewtwo in the only pack you open. Isn't that how it goes? I did that for, was it Evolving Skies? First pack of, I think it must have been Evolving Skies I opened. I got some, like, crazy, it wasn't Moonbreon. That's the high value one from that set, but it was another Evolution, like, alt art card that was quite valuable. And I was pretty stoked, and I was like, all right, I'm done. And that was my other issue, again, with the hobby, is, like, it is just objectively so much cheaper to buy the cards you want. But that's not as fun. The Gamba is what makes it fun. It's fun to pull the cool cards. So I almost never actually bought cards. Because it's just more fun to pull packs. Like it's quite literally a gambling addiction. So yeah, at that point I was just like, all right, not worth it. Not worth it. I'll still pick up the occasional pack at Target if I'm feeling it. I texted my wife. My local hardware store just started stocking Pokemon cards. And I texted my wife and I was like, this is bad. Like, this is no longer a safe space. And they had, what's the new set that's out right now? I'm blanking on what it is. Temporal, whatever, something like that. A lot of people are having trouble finding the set. And Chaos Rising, there you go. A lot of people are having a lot of trouble finding them right now. And there was a full rack of them at the hardware store. And that part of my brain was just itching. Oh, it was Perfect Order. Yeah. It was Perfect Order that they had. And I've been seeing on the subreddits, like, people are like, oh, I can't find any. It's all sold out at my store. There was just like a full rack of boosters. And I was like, oh, but no. So, gonna have to put my horse blinders on when I go to the old hardware store. All right, Opal Manta, good. Check. Yeah, right, MX. Hardware store cards are crazy business. I know. They got into like baseball cards, and it's like a very local kind of mom and pop sort of hardware store, and they just do random things sometimes. And I guess they're doing Pokemon. Quick as of how many people go crazy for them at stores. 6 a.m. I have definitely seen people at Targets like stalking the aisles when pickup times happen. I was in Japan recently, and in Japan at the Haneda airport, there's a plushie that is specific to that airport. The only place in the world you can get this plushie is at that airport from a vending machine. And it only comes out of a vending machine. And my gate was right next to that vending machine. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm totally going to get one. I walked up. There was really nobody there. I think there was like maybe one or two people that I like saw grab something and walk away. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, cool. Walk up. They were all sold out of the plushie. So I was like, oh, bummer. Okay. I went to go grab some food. And then in that time, the vending machine was restocked. I walked back to my gate. There was a line 30 people long at this vending machine. And all of this happened within me just getting lunch. So 30 people long line. I'm like, oh, well, screw this. I'm getting in line. I want to get my plush. They ran out again. 2 people ahead of me. 2 people ahead of me. I watched the last guy get a plush. The thing popped off the screen and said it was sold out. And then everybody left the line. And I was just like, man, of course. But I did get another exclusive thing to the Haneda airport. It just isn't like as collector-y. But whatever. Yeah, I mean, I'll be telling my kid that. Yeah. I'll get her into Pokemon. I mean, she kind of already is. All right, let's see if we get more people in this one. It looks like we do. Nice. Okay, this will be a little bit better of a test for us. Awesome. Yeah, back in the day, going to a Walmart or something while just filling up. Yeah, back when I was in college. This was like around 2010. So it was when like Black and White was the new Pokemon game, I think. That's the timing. But yeah, back in college, my roommates and I, we all played Pokemon. And we would just buy packs at Walmart whenever we went to go get groceries. Because we got our groceries at Walmart. And we'd just like grab a couple packs. And similar to, I can't remember who it was, at that time, we did not realize like how valuable Pokemon was, especially not the modern stuff. Like we knew, like, oh yeah, you know, first edition Shadowless Charizards are worth like $250,000. We knew that, but we didn't realize modern stuff was valuable. And we didn't have the thought to like maintain our modern stuff for when it became valuable. So we were just like putting raw full full art and alt art, like super rare cards just raw in our decks to play with. Like in college, while we're like drinking alcohol and you know, eating pizza and getting stains all over our cards. And so I actually kept a lot of those cards. I still have most of them. And there are some like extremely expensive cards where I remember just like putting them in my deck raw and you know, just playing with them because I was like, oh yeah, this, whatever, it's cool. Yeah, how the cards are meant to be used, exactly. How old am I? I'm in my mid-30s. Yeah. But yeah, so it kind of bums me out. But again, like, we played with them. We had fun. We thought it was cool when we pulled them. There's one that's pretty valuable. They actually did a reprint of it for the 25th anniversary set. It's a full art Zekrom. It's all like black and white. It's kind of like the art's like from below, kind of like looking up at him standing. It's a little bit like abstract. There's not like a scene behind it. It's just the Pokemon. And we pulled 2 of those. And I'm pretty sure those are like multi-$100 cards now. I think like a PSA 9, PSA 10 is a good few $100s. And we were just ripping them and playing them and just having a great time. Just completely unbeknownst to us. Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Paladin that's worth hundreds. Yeah, heck yeah. I had a Yu-Gi-Oh! Phase back when it was new. Back in what, the 90s, I guess? Early 2000s, perhaps? I went pretty hard into Yu-Gi-Oh! I must have had like 4 or 5 Blue Eyes White Dragons. Which I know are not crazy rare or anything. There was one of them that came in a starter deck, wasn't there? I think there was a Blue-Eyed White Dragon that came in a starter deck that was not that rare, and then there was another one that was way more rare. Hello? Game? We good? Alright. That's weird. We're good. Thought Unc was like 26? Listen, I'm honored. My beautiful complexion here makes you think I'm 20. Nah, man, I'm married with a kid. No way. Yeah. Watch out for 30th anniversary set in September. Walmarts and apparently hardware stores are gonna be war zones. Yeah. I might pick up some 30. I'll look at the set list and see. We'll see. Had the Zekrom, Reshiram, Kyurem, Full Art Specials, Kyurem EX and Alts. So many cards from the black and white era. Yeah, that's like all when I was playing in college. Was that whole era. Which I think was like early 2010s. It should have been. Yeah. We had a lot of those. Do I have... I think I don't have most of those on my wall. Oh, I do have... This is a pretty valuable card from that era. And I got it graded just because I got a 6.5. But yeah, this Ho-Oh. Hold on. Trying to... Wait, let me just push the button. There you go. 2011 Call of Legends. Ho-Oh. Just pulled that and played with it in the deck. This in a PSA 10. Someone Google this. SL5 Ho-Oh from Call of Legends. Someone Google what that is for me in a PSA 10. Because I know it's not cheap. Yeah. I think at a 6.5 it's worth like maybe $100. But I know in a 10 that is not a cheap card. I might be up to 1,000, if not a few hundred. Mega Gengar, EX, SIR. I think I know that. Yeah, my buddy collected Gengars. So I think I know the card you're talking about. That's the card that got you a Moza R5. Okay, nice, nice. Yeah. Yeah, my buddy, he like collected not nothing but Gengars, but that was his main thing. Ah! and buy a car with that card. I mean, yeah, you could. There's a lot of cards you could buy cars with, to be honest. Yeah, the BRZ's a little lost. I mean, listen, it's an off-road car. He was doing well in the grand scheme of things. That card, another, helped pay off my wife's car. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've said this on stream a lot, so I'm sorry. I'm sure a lot of you regulars have heard it, but one of my greatest gaming claims to fame was I wasn't going to make rent once back in college. I was going to be late on rent because I was, like, between jobs, you know, whatever, college things. And then I got a crazy rare hat drop in Team Fortress 2. And I was able to sell my hat in TF2 and pay my rent that month. And that, like, covered the gap for me to get the new job and, like, get paid again. And that's one of my proudest gaming moments. Is, like, gaming, knowing I'm not going to make rent that month, just, you know, playing some TF2. Figure, what the heck, I'll open a few crates. I got, like, a $600 hat. Actually, I think it was a little more than that. But yeah, a good few $100 hat for TF2, and then it was just like, oh my, I called all my buddies in, because I lived in a house with like 5 dudes, well, four guys and me, and we all played games, and I was like, guys, look what I just got, and they were all like, no way, they were like calling their friends, we were all calling our buddies, to be like, Rob got a crazy hat in TF2, and then, yeah, sold it. I think that's what I think it was like a $600 to $800 hat. I sold it for $400 and another cheaper hat. Because it was a hat for I think the engineer, and I never played the engineer. I was like scout or sniper or heavy, sometimes medic, I guess. But it was an engineer hat, and I was just like, you know, whatever. So I got a sniper hat. I got a sniper hat with planets orbiting around it. How'd I cash it out? Before the whole marketplace thing on Steam, what you had to do was you had to find, there were people that like worked as intermediaries. They worked as like brokers. And so what you would do is you would find a trusted broker. By the way, 3 for 3. The Manta is killing it. You would find like a broker that had a good reputation. One person would give the money to the broker, the other person would give the hat to the broker, and then they would exchange the two. So that's what I had to do back in the day. You would like get in a Steam group message with the buyer. We don't have an S2 car, do we? No, we never built an S2 car. All right, we gotta back out of that one. But yeah, and then it's just like PayPal or whatever. I don't, guys, I think we found out how to get to our house. All right. Sure. That's actually really funny. Hold on, reset car position. There we go. We're back. Oh, it just completely moved me. Whatever. All right. What other cars did we get there? Treasure cars? No, not treasure cars. Barn finds. We're getting close. Not there yet. I think every race is one car, is what it is. What if the broker just dipped with both? That's why you had to find someone that had a good reputation. Yeah, because that is 100% something they could do. But there were like websites where you could rate brokers. And if someone had a good rating, you'd pick them. Like, people very much did this as like a job. I don't have an S1 dirt car. We're gonna back out of that. Because you also did have to pay a little broker's fee. It was like, I don't know, 5%, 10%, whatever. You had to pay the broker like a little bit. 10% sounds like way too much. A-class cross country? No, we don't have something for that. Okay. Yeah, and then the broker gets no more business. Right, exactly. Because as soon as a broker's reputation is gone, it's gone. Yeah, it might have been a flat fee. I don't remember. This was more than a decade ago. C-Class Dirt? We don't have a car for that either. Dang, we need to build more cars. I love that it is finding us very quick lobbies, though. Credit where credit's due. Also, yeah, Howie was saying I'm missing some roads. I still have like 100 roads left to find. But while we're here, we may as well snag those two. Yeah, you tell other people on Reddit that the broker's a scammer. Ah, S2 again. Dang it. Dang it. We still have not gotten C, unless in this there is no C-Class. There might not be C-Class for normal racing. I think somebody said there is, but it's rare. We haven't seen it once, I don't think. S2 again. You have gotten C. Okay. Yeah, I have not gotten it yet. Imagine telling your family that you're a successful Steam item broker. Then the Steam Marketplace happens. Dude, I know. I mean, seriously, it is... There's always such an interesting thing with that, because players will always... I mean, there's C Dirt. Players will always find a way. If there's stuff to trade, players will figure it out, and a community will arise out of it. You look at any MMO, you look at games like Path of Exile or Warframe... Players will make their own systems. And then every now and then, like, an official system comes out to replace it. And it's always, like, kind of interesting, because the official system, like, might not be as good as what the players made. Yeah, that is also true. You can't cash out on Steam balance, I don't think. Yeah, it has to be stuck within your... It's stuck within your Steam wallet. Yeah. Good point. What steering for controller? Standard simulation? I would heavily recommend simulation. Yeah. More cross country. Dang. We might just jump into custom lobbies at this rate. But I like being in these lobbies because these tend to be much more full. And also, you know, are credited for your win percentage. Didn't D2 have a huge unofficial market system? I think so, yeah. I know Diablo, that was like a big thing. I did not really play Diablo 2. I got in on Diablo 3, to be honest. I wasn't big on Diablo. Dude, more C Dirt. We don't have cars for this. We need more cars. Do you ever use e-brake when drifting? Yeah, definitely. E-brake is a very useful tool when drifting. Yeah. For sure. That's kind of the only time you should be using e-brake. A little bit in rally, I guess. But, come on. We can do this. Let's get some road racing. Yeah, I played a lot of PoE 1. I have not dabbled in PoE at all in the last, like, 5-ish years. Haven't touched PoE 2 yet. I'm kind of waiting until PoE 2, like, hits 1.0. And then maybe I'll dive into PoE 2. Ami, yes, you're right. I will do that. I need to remember about that. I know, Ami. Are you kidding me? All right. Let's just do some custom racing at this point. I feel bad, like, constantly joining and leaving. Road. What classes do we want to test? Oh, we can't do custom below. There might not be road C class. Because you can do dirt C class, but road will not go below B. Oh, what a bummer. Dasta says I've done road C. All right. You can't do custom, I guess. But all right. Jump back in. You'll do dirt and you'll like it. I know. You've only seen dirt C. Maybe Dasta's memory is failing them. Yeah, dirt or cross country. There's A dirt. I mean, we could jump back in for some A dirt. We have a car for that. Sure, why not? Take the Manta again. Yeah, Dasta, maybe. Maybe. Oh, street. Yeah, it could have been street. I think you might be onto something with that. Instead of road Road C. It could have been Street C. Which is silly, because Road should totally have a C. Street, if anything, is, like, arguably faster, because it's more sprints and stuff. But that's close enough. Everybody take another drink. Yeah, the AI is especially bad on the bigger races, from what I've heard. D should be available too. Why not? Especially in custom. I know, like, why not even just give us the choice? I know their argument's probably, oh, there won't be enough players for it. But I don't know, like, at least let us queue up for it. It would be, you know what would be really nice? Is if, oh, I guess I can't show you guys. Is if when you went into custom racing, it told you how many people, or even how many lobbies were currently open at that spec. So, like, you go into, like, A-class road racing, it's like, there are currently 200 A-class road racing lobbies open. And then you go into, like, D-class street, and it's like, there are currently no lobbies open. And you're like, okay, you know, maybe I'll struggle to find this. Because, yeah, with the custom racing, you usually have to wait a lot longer to get into lobbies. But it's, I'd be so curious to know how many people just sit there searching. Full lobby, though, here for this one. Nice. Yeah, C, that's why I think it's funny that if there is C Street, because street racing is typically faster than road racing. For C-class road racing, there's plenty of small little circuits, whoa, that you could use. You know, there's those like tight little racetracks you could have a lot of fun with. Ooh, barely survived on that one. Gave him a little bit of a push. Isn't this supposed to be dirt? Oh God, I'm so sorry, no! I just murdered someone. Oh, I feel so bad. Oh no. Oh no! I just kept driving straight. I just didn't turn in. Oh, that poor guy feels awful. They probably hate, they're like, dang it, that HokiHoshi, he's just as bad of a rammer in real life as he is in the game, as he is as a Drivatar. Oh, I'm sorry, whoever that was, truly. Also, for what it's worth, now, listen, 70% of this is on-road. But we're definitely getting outclassed here with our rally car because this isn't rally. I mean, I guess, you know, arguably it is. But, yeah, it's worth noting. At least for this track, this is not a great car. Because there's like one dirt section. Yeah, what an interesting track. So yeah, so wait a minute. So the Drivatars are learning from real players. Like a Honda Beat is just smoking all of us. Which wouldn't happen if there were more dirt. Trying not to be too rude on that. I just ripped the handbrake and just like stopped on the apex. Oh, I got slowed down from the bricks. Yeah, the beat is road meta. I don't think the beat is rally meta. I could be wrong. I haven't really looked. But I think it's very good here because there's like 5 seconds of dirt before the entire rest of the route is road. So, I mean, you know. Oh, beat is also a dirt meta? All right, there you go. There you go. What a shame. It bums me out because I love the Honda Beat, like in real life. I think Honda Beats are so sick. But it shouldn't be a good A-class rally car. What are we doing? Why? If you can't beat them, Honda beat them. There you go. Beautifully said. Jacob, it's gonna be quite a while. Yeah. Yeah, not like within the next 2 or 3 weeks. I'll leave it at that. The Beat's the new Bone Shaker? It kind of is. And it's the same problem, too. The big reason why the Bone Shaker was so good... I keep hitting him on that corner. The big reason why the Bone Shaker was so good was because of its crazy wide rear tires. It could also fit like 300 and some millimeter rear tires. And that just like mucks with the PI system. Yeah, they need to stop giving these silly cars big wide tires. And I don't know, it makes me nervous because I don't want the car to be banned. Like, it should still be a car that's usable, but I just don't think they're gonna... do any modifications to it. I think the Beat's just gonna be good. Beat's also a drift meta? Of course it is. Of course. Alright. So, you know, such is life. You can't beat the Beat. Oh... Well, at least I had a good race here with Rose. Let's see what happens on the next one. There's one more after this. And I'm curious if it's more dirt, how we'll do. Ooh, kind of screwed that up at the end there. Bonk. Beat is also photography meta. Damn, it's too good. Yeah, it's too good. Will it be in-depth so a beginner can learn how to tune? Absolutely, Jacob. Yeah, that's the goal with it. With this video, with that first video, the goal was like, hey, if you're already familiar with tuning, here's kind of what I'm seeing for updates so far. And just a quick refresher to get you up to speed. Outside of that, though, yeah, I'm going to take it back to basics, start from scratch, and do the beginner-friendly stuff. 4-wheel drive swaps should cost way more PI. Yeah. Yeah, but also, like, the PI system just needs a... I think the core of it is that the AI needs to learn how to drive the cars better. Because that's why stuff doesn't cost as much PI as it should, generally speaking. Is because the AI does not drive like a player drives. So, and the AI also can't tune. And I don't know how you solve that. Okay, now we have a tight all... So let's see how the Honda Beat does. Let's see how we do, to be honest. Because we got beat by whatever, some muscle car. I can't remember what he was in. And then something else. We were P4. Yeah, look at that little Beat go. And it's got, look at those big fat tires on it. It just looks like a Hot Wheels car. Oh, what a laugh. With Forza Aero and everything. Oh. Trying to leave him room. He gave me the good old lookout. We're like sort of holding on. Look at us go. Oh, he got a slowdown. Ooh, a Lancia behind us. Look at that. Give me a little bit of a push. That's all good. Helped me around the corner. I'll take it. There's the beat again. At least it's like a race. Oh God, knocked out by the BMW X5 or whatever it is. I'm happy that a Lancia's here though. There's at least a couple normal cars that are doing well. Getting out-competed by a family SUV and a Honda Beat. You know, just two of like the most iconic rally cars in history. And then a BMW and a Honda Beat. Good Lord. Again, though, at least it's kind of a race. The Beat's gone. Now that he didn't hit a wall slowdown. Maybe we'll get lucky on the Beamer, but I wouldn't say I'm confident about that. Devo, exactly. Dude, those guys are gonna lap. I think it's a BRZ. I think it's an FE BRZ. Yeah. Oh no. Poor Golden Eagle. Oh my goodness. Well, the Manta's doing alright though. In the grand scheme of things, the Manta's doing alright. Lore accurate beat. Crazy lap times. Man. What wheel settings are going? What wheel do you have, War? Let me know what you have, and I'll try to rattle off some suggestions I think would be good. Makes no sense that the Beat handles that. Yeah. Moza R12. You're probably gonna want mechanical trail up like 2 notches, 1.2. Turn up the damping in your software. Don't mess with damping in the game. What else have I been liking on Moza? I think with Moza's, I turned the vibration down. Like, the off-road feel scale was too high, and the vibration scale was a little bit too high. Outside of that, I think it was just a little bit of... and this is common across most wheels. Little bit of mechanical trail makes a world of a difference. Yeah. That's where I'd start. Will I be sharing my finished tunes in the future? I very rarely do that. So throughout the life of the game, I will certainly share some tunes, but we're not gonna do that. It spawns us on the house again. R390's ready though. Sick. What else? What else we got coming through? Just the 390? I guess maybe we just did one race. Okay, let's jump back in. Let's jump back in. Oh, let me see actually real quick. No. Rise and play. Custom. Yes. Street. Ah, okay, there is Street C. Let's do it. Let's see how the Celica does. Just picked up the game in a gamepad playing. You're talking about wheel width and stuff. It's beyond me. Don't worry about it. This is a very, very beginner-friendly game. Don't sweat over it. Just drive cars, have good time. Don't even worry about it for now. Just get comfortable with the game. Use whatever assists you feel comfortable with to have the most fun. And then when you're ready to learn more, go on the internet, and there are tons of resources out there. But yeah, it's a super... Don't sweat about not knowing the nuances of building and tuning cars and blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about that at all. This game does not need you to know that stuff. Good luck finding a lobby. Hey, found one pretty quick, for what it's worth. I'm actually a little bit surprised at how quick I found that. I don't even drive meta cars. I usually don't either. I always try to find For me, priority number one is driving a car that I think is cool. So if that aligns with a meta car, I'm okay with that. Like with the Celica, you know, I want the car to look cool. I want to think the car is cool. And I want it to drive nicely. I want it to be easy to drive and fun to drive. Those are my top two priorities. Sometimes those things line up. Ooh, small lobby though. Sometimes that lines up with what is meta. Often it doesn't. So I'll try to strike a middle ground. Like, I don't want to suck. Okay, it just didn't let me shift for a second there. That was weird. I was like, I swear I would... Actually, could you... Hold on. We can look at this, because I have the controller overlay. Did you see me push the shift up button? Somebody clip that, because I wonder if it got picked up on the controller or not. Struggling up the hill here. Yeah, someone would have to, like, go back and look. But yeah, I totally hit B to shift up, and it just didn't. Whatever. Yes. Always follow the rule of cool. Exactly. Exactly. Cool cars above anything. Oh, that just killed. We just gave him a nice little bump draft. That completely killed us, though. Go, go, go. There we go. All right, let's get a little speed back. It's a surprisingly pretty evenly matched race here. The controller did not light up. Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, that means it didn't register the click, which is a little concerning. Wow, this is rough for C-Class. And I do not have the power. Oh, I'm getting outclassed. Literally. Yeah, skill issue, I guess. So we might have... Okay, this is our first time using this in online. We had it pretty well set up for rivals, but that's on a more handling-focused track that did not have the elevation this does. Oh, no. Oh, no, we totally could have passed him. I mean, we will, but it could have been way less bad. Do you need the wing for C? Well, so the wing drops PI because it adds drag. Oh, yeah, we do not have brakes in this. But it helps for the circuit stuff. The problem is that this is a very high, especially for C-Class. The problem is that this is a high-speed thing. But because we now know that C-Class only exists in street racing, we probably don't need to worry about handling as much, as you can see. So yeah, we can maybe switch off to a different wing and go from there. Is there torque steer for... Yeah, absolutely. You definitely feel torque steer in front wheel drive. Yeah. Guessing you'd recommend ABS on? Yeah, for 95% of the player base, ABS on is probably going to be faster. Yeah. Yeah, we could do an alternate, like, you know, one, yeah, a slower C-Class car, more handling focused, and then another one that's a little bit faster. But I think we're going to take this, we'll make some modifications to this so it's a little bit better for street racing. But we'll finish out this lobby quick. Yeah, see, look at that again. It's just big straight. Now, we are going downhill. This isn't like all uphill elevation, so, you know, maybe the power deficit won't hurt. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Also, I did not realize how bad our brakes were in this, which was also a bit of an issue. Yeah, if we're gonna run the Sonic livery, we gotta have a fast car. Your shifting hasn't registered. Yeah, well, but if it didn't show up on my overlay, that does mean it was not a game issue. That means it's a controller thing, which makes me nervous because I definitely pushed it. Now, maybe I just tapped it too lightly. You know, we'll see. I'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, that has me a little bit shaken up. A little concerned about my fancy $200 controller. Dude, what a view, by the way. Nighttime, Tokyo. Got a couple of rad front-wheel drive cars. Ooh, wow. Frame rate just tanked right there. Ugh. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I mean, it tanked. It went down to like 53. Wonder if it's that smoke. Because I usually don't get frame drops in Tokyo. Ooh, he's not paying attention to where I'm going. All right, hey. When we're not on the uphill, clearly we're doing all right. Yeah, Horizon 5, I did have a few issues with shifting, where, yeah, it would double shift on me. Have not had that yet here. And again, if it didn't show up on the overlay, that definitely means it was not a game thing, but still a little bit suspicious. Yeah, Ami. I've seen a few of those. Come on, buddy, you can do it. You can do it, little Celica. You just need a little bit more. This ambience reminds you of Underground 1? Yeah, a little bit. I can see some of the energy there. Do I keep my controller settings default? Mostly. I think controller settings are perfectly fine. Or did I say that full thing? I think default controller settings are perfectly fine. The only thing I do is I stretch out my dead zones a little bit for throttle and brake. So instead of it being like 15 and 90 or whatever it defaults to, I go to like 5 and 95. That is that's, you know, total small minor thing, doesn't really matter that much, but it makes a difference. I think no one's gonna fix their driving by fixing their controller settings. I think controller settings are totally fine out of the box, but there's like little things you can tweak to make it a little better. And dead zones for the triggers are definitely one of them. Yeah. And then I just use the standard mapping as well. That's totally player preference. I know a lot of people on pro controllers like to shift on paddles. Some people like shifting on the bumpers. I just shift on the face buttons, just default, fully default. But yeah, that's just whatever you prefer. I don't think there's like objectively a better option for that. Yeah, I see a lot of people swap handbrake for clutch. Yeah. So that they can hit both A and B and A and X at the same time. Yep. Let's back out. Let's mess with this car a little bit. We obviously won there, but it does feel a little anemic on that higher speed stuff. So let's maybe dial it back. Let's see if we can do some different stuff. Oh, Y and B for you. Welcome Interesting. Back, clutch on RB. Huh. Okay, so we're running rally tires, I can see, which feel fine. We are already running minimum width. What brakes do we have? Yeah, just the streets. I mean, to be honest, I don't know what we really pull out here. We're on the heaviest race transmission. I don't really want to get rid of that. In C-Class, that helps. We're on heavy wheels. We could... Yeah, I mean, that's probably our best way to get power still. Really, the only thing is, like, if we remove arrow, but that's not gonna... Yeah, that's gonna skyrocket our PI. God, it looks sick with the factory wing, though. Yeah, we could try prioritizing more power over weight. You're not wrong there. Nope, we can't do that, actually. We are already doing that. It's a good engine. I mean, really the only thing we can do is swap to a different compound. We could go down to, like, stock or streets. Or try drags. Did we not try drags with this? We could try this with drags. Maybe we do that. 452, 468. Let's try it with drags. We could probably, yeah, for C-Class, we could, I'm sure, get away with street or stock. But let's try it with drag tires. And then maybe just do weight reduction. That doesn't even get us all the way there. And let's maybe, because we're on drags, let's maybe go up a compound. Or a little bit of width. Let's just see how this feels. Let's go, oh. Clutch gets us there. Driveline, okay. Oh, we can go a lighter transmission. Go to an 8-speed. That saves us... not quite 10 pounds. Sure. So this is... We lose 0.1 lat G. We save 400 pounds. And make the exact same power. But, again, the weight reduction is going to be pretty big there. So let's see how this feels. We're going to take it back to Shirakawa and see how close it is. I'm going to drop that. That might be fine. Did I do anything that needs adjusting? No. Okay, let's try this out. Power to weight ratio. We're in C class. So yeah, C class, I think that's an okay power to weight. Okay, Shirakawa, we should have a C class time in the Celica, which I think is ours. Oh, look at that. We're number 100 on the mark. Okay. And I think it's okay if we're a little slower than this, because again, this is more handling focused than what we're probably going to encounter at all in street racing. So it's okay if it's a little slower. It just needs to, like, not suck in corners. That's all it really needs. Hey, okay, today my account was reset after I tried to start Horizon 6. I have over 80 hours, always loading the starting event when I try to go to my account. I've already made a ticket with support. Unfortunately, I wish I had some help. The only thing I would suggest is yeah, just make a support ticket. That sucks, though. I'm so sorry, and I hope you get your account back. Good luck. Good luck to you. Yeah, I've heard some minor rumblings. We were talking about this yesterday. Apparently, there is some small issue. Not small. It's a big issue. But some issues some players are running into with save corruption. Or like save, like just random things are just getting removed on saves, like just parts of the save. Yeah, I don't know. Woo, wow, that booty swings out now on the drag tires. Okay, good to know. We might need to dial that back a little bit. But if we rein that in, it does rotate reasonably well. Yeah, it's a pretty good looking car for C-Class. I think so. Maybe we pull out some of the rake, because I think we gave this some rake. I mean, it's manageable, especially at higher speeds. Wait, Kyle, really? Is that not a joke? They're saying if you try to paint the 03 Ford SVT Lightning truck, the game will reset you. Huh? Actually, though? What? Yeah, should we do it live on stream? What? Yeah, that's a crazy bug. Yeah, okay, all right. PSA, do not paint the Ford Lightning, I guess. That's silly. All right, now that we figured out like how to redrive this, the rear rotation actually isn't that bad. It's definitely slower through the corners. I am wondering if maybe for this we do forego the weight reduction to get the power. Because it does, you know, again, I know it's C-Class, but it does still feel relatively slow. If you drive a stock beat, the game will reset you. Now that's a fact. Yeah. If you drive drag tire meta builds, the game will reset you. Guys, can we just start putting rumors out? Just start putting that out that, you know, meta cars will reset the game. Yeah, I think we maybe trade a little bit of weight reduction for power, which I normally would not recommend, but I think for what we're building this car for, it might make sense.
Dude, is this a Supra?
Not quite, Finch. Toyota. At one point, the Celica and the Supra were the same car. Yeah. Turn home. All right. We'll take out one notch. We'll try taking out a single notch of weight reduction and split the difference.
Welcome back, Robert.
Oh. 47 for about 200 pounds. And then maybe do more Sentry. Exhaust. Try to get some of that weight reduction back. Ooh, 499. We've already done all. We could do this. Oh no, that actually brings us to 501. Never mind. Also 501. What else can we do to get a point? We could go lighter wheels, but that's usually, we're already on max clutch and I think driveline. I guess we can go further down in race transmissions. Just go to a standard 6-speed. That saves us 451. I got another 9 pounds. All right, sure. All that for 20 pounds or 20 horsepower. We'll see. We'll see. Bowie Knife got his own Twitter news category. Awesome. That's pretty funny. Did they not give you the Rob option? Wait, what? It is Rob. It should be. Well, hold on. It might be Robert. Maybe it's Robert. I guess it's not going to do it for this. Oh, it's Robert. Okay. Yeah, that's just because I like how she says Robert. It just feels more British. Welcome back, Robert. Yeah. Rob feels a little too casual, you know? we gotta keep it professional. Shirakawa. C. Yeah, I don't know her like that. She cannot use Rob. We're down to 101. Oh, somebody in that time beat us. I know, Hot Dog. What the heck? Where's my Twitter category? The real. All right, everybody take another drink. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Everybody take a drink. Man, we should have actually done. That would have been a fun thing to actually do this weekend. Grab some beer so I don't actually die. and then take a drink for real every time someone comes in and mentions my Drivatar. We wouldn't finish the stream. We just wouldn't. But you guys, welcome to Play in Chat. Fortunately, I have no booze in the house at the moment. There might be some, like, hard liquor in a pantry somewhere, but... that Brainbow? Not a bad idea, actually. Unfortunately, I can really only realistically do that on weekends. And by next weekend, I don't think people are going to be, like, spamming my chat about my Drivatar anymore. I'm guessing the hype will wear off by that point. And it might be patched, who knows? I don't know. I don't know if I'm liking how this feels more. The weight reduction... was helping the drag tires for sure. And we're like... I mean, we're hardly outpacing the rally tire reversion. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's tough. I know I said going into this that my rally tire one is, I know it's going to be faster on a track like this, but I was certainly hoping that we'd be able to outpace it a little on the straights. I just don't think this is going to help us in street racing. Yeah. Drag tires max weight, but remove the aero. Yeah, I mean, again, we'll see what that does for PI. We'll see. That might be worth it. You might be right. You might be right. Yeah. Have I lowered wing arrow? I don't think so.
Welcome back, Robert.
I mean, it's already almost as low as it goes. So, wouldn't make too much of a difference. But we can pull the wing off. And go no arrow, maybe? I think we're going to run factory wing. Because it's probably just going to be too pitchy if we still have the front. I just also worry that now it's not going to turn, like, at all. The trial one's pretty sick. What else was there? Yeah, we'll go with the trial one. Okay, so that puts us at... What does that put us at? 509, getting rid of the front as well. Take out some sentry. Can we do this and fit max weight? No. 504. We could go back to the 10 speed. That brings us down to 501. We could find... Yeah, we could find one PI. There we go. Found. Okay. So this is like... Yeah, I don't know, man. I know this will help our drag a ton. We'll see. We will give it a try. We will give it a try. Do sport transmission? We could. We could certainly try it. We're going to go with this for now, though. You can use transmission to lower PI. For the race transmission, yeah. So, stock street sport will all cost almost the same. And then race is going to be a big PI jump. So if you still want to fit a race transmission, you can fit the heavier race transmissions with more gears. And that will cut the cost of the transmission a little bit. Because it's adding weight. Yeah, and then it's just up to you if you prefer it. All right, we're going up against ourselves again. Let's see. Let's see. Would I say my Horizon 5 wheel settings are good for Horizon 6? I haven't watched that video in a long time, but they're probably not terrible. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched that video in recently enough to know if they would still be applicable. The biggest things I've been noticing for this game are turning up mechanical trail, massive benefit. A lot of wheels feel under-dampened, but especially on PC, the in-game damping does not help. So you want to set damping through your wheelbase. Vibration is usually a little bit too strong, and like road feel scale. Hello, what's up? Oh, yeah, that works. Thanks, love. I think Evie's in here. Oh, you got her. Thank you. Sorry, chatting to my wife about dinner. Hi, sweetie. What's up, baby girl? Oh, I love you. I'll see you in a little bit, okay? Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what I was talking about. But, oh yeah, wheel stuff. Yeah, turning up mechanical trail makes a huge difference. Vibration effects are usually a little bit strong. Yeah, that's kind of like what I've been noticing almost universally. Are the fast players on controller or wheel? Most of them are on controller because historically, controller's always been fastest. And also just the most accessible. Like just by process of most people play on controller, so most of the competitive people are also on controller. Oh yeah, look at that drag. Well, lack of drag. Yeah, maybe this will be it. We'll see. Yeah, there's also a handful of fast people that are on controllers, or on keyboards. You're not wrong. The majority are on controllers. Very few are on wheels, but I hope that starts to change. Because I do think you can be very competitive. This is the first game where I think you can be truly competitive on a wheel. Horizon 5 was like a little bit of a mixed bag. It was a little bit situational. And you could certainly be good on a wheel. This time around, I feel like you can actually be pretty dang competitive on a wheel. I just don't know if we've really seen it yet. Because most of the established community is already on a controller just because that's what they're used to and that's what's been good historically. But maybe we'll see some motorsport people that are good on wheel come over. Although, to be honest, a lot of those guys are on wheel too, or on controller too. But yeah. Also, I don't know. We are outpacing on the straights, for sure. But it just gets so much more exit speed. Oh, I screwed that up. Oh, mess! Good luck! Good luck, good luck. Yeah. It's what we really should do is test this on a street circuit. It's silly that we're building this for something that we're not testing it on. That doesn't make... We should not be doing that. We're using this track because it's what we've been using. But we should test this on a street track. Let's try to find a good street circuit. Maybe we go to that one that's all uphill. Hey, Mess. Awesome. Wonderful news. Because that is sort of our metric. Horizon Rivals, Street. All right, which one was it? I think it was Nachi Run. Yeah, I think that's the one. It's like all uphill. Okubu Ascent. Or was it that one? You know what? It was this one. Yeah, it was this one. Hokubu Ascent. Okay, so we're going to do this in this car. And then we're going to go to the other tune and do it in that. What do we want to go up against here? This is... There's no way this isn't going to get completely outclassed. But let's just find out. Nice, Mess. Awesome. Hacks, yep. It's been happening to everybody. It sure has. Okay. Does anyone remember? There's no way. Does anyone remember what time I got in the multiplayer race on the other tune? Just so we have something at the end to be like, oh, hey, we did better. We're currently beating, for what it's worth, the world record time. We'll see what happens when we come to a turn. And the uphill, but I don't know. You'll be way faster with this? Probably. Oh, he's catching. The old Teggy's catching me. It's quicker up the hill for sure. Ooh, yeah, it's much more understeery. Okay. Favorite and least favorite thing in Horizon 6? Favorite thing has been probably spec racing. I'd say spec racing has been like the biggest net positive of just like, yeah, this is awesome. I wish it was ranked, or had a ranked mode, but whatever. Least favorite thing is either between the Forza Arrow. I'd say, you know what? It'd be the multiplayer, which is, I know there's a little bit of irony in that my favorite feature is a new multiplayer feature. My least favorite thing is that the open world lobby size has not gotten bigger. That really bums me out. It really bums me out that the open world is still 12 players maximum. There's no private lobbies, and stuff like the drag meets and the car meets are not instanced. That bums me out a lot. I feel like that would just go leagues for making the game feel more alive. Is if they bumped up the open world lobby size to, you know, I don't know, 24, 36, whatever. And then made it so that car meets were instanced. So that car meets were like always full of players, instead of being empty most of the time. For what it's worth, we're currently pretty close to the world record time. We might scoop up a P2 time on this. Not that this is a very contested board, but it's not a bad sign. There you have it. Like we could get a record if we just drove a little bit better. Yeah, we only lost by 0.4. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I wish it was like 20 plus people. Yup. Joe, nicely done. Very nicely done. Okay. So that was certainly better for that. Somebody also, by the way, Howie said, checked the VOD and I got a 245. So that was obviously better. That was a 238. So 7 seconds shaved off of that. So this might be what we run. Let me see if that's actually a P2 time. Kubu Ascent. Yeah, the map is certainly a highlight. Wait. It's the one I just did, isn't it? Did I not pick the record time? Oh. Okay. I was wondering. I was like, because I said at the beginning, I was like, there's no way this doesn't get completely outclassed. And then I was like, huh. It's doing way better than I thought. There must be like nobody on this board. No, I just didn't pick a top time. I mean, we're 30th, but we're 30th by what? You know? Like, well, actually, hold on. We're 37th. But that's a 38. The top time's like a 211 in a Reliant super van. So, yeah. Oh, a Miat did a 220. That's interesting. Is rear wheel drive as well, for what it's worth. Do we build a Miata street racing car? Although again, yeah, these are all going to be, especially because the super van's up there, they're all going to be stupid power buildy, silly cars, which means they're going to be a nightmare to drive actually online. I don't know. We might just leave it with where we have it. We'll just leave it. You know what? Let's jump back in. Let's do some more multiplayer. Oh, I have to go soon. My wife just came in and asked me about dinner. We got time for one more. One more. Let's do it. Problem is that there's no incentive to go to a car meet. Yeah, there's absolutely like no gameplay reason to do it, and they're always empty anyway. So like, you know, yeah, yeah, car meet feels very dead. Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I understand. It was probably a lot of effort and they didn't have time. But it really should have been instanced. I think this was one of those cases where they knew players wanted it, but they just, yeah, I don't know. It was a little bit of like two things not lining up. Because it's a good feature. It's just not good when it's paired with the lobby size of only 12 players. Yeah. So, I don't know. And it would be cool. I don't know what gameplay reason there would be to do a car meet. What if, okay, this is a stupid idea. This is a terrible idea, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It'd be kind of funny, kind of fun, if time you spent in car meets gave you like rested XP. You know how in MMOs, this is an MMO thing. In MMOs, when you're in towns, you get something, this is not all MMOs, but like World of Warcraft, perfect example of it. In WoW, when you're, yeah, Final Fantasy does it too, FF14. When you're in like safe spaces and towns and stuff like that, you get what's called rested XP. So the longer you spend in a town, the more double XP you get when you go back out and start doing stuff. So it'd be kind of cool maybe if when you spent time in car meets, it like racked up double XP. So that when you went back out, you had like X amount of double XP dependent on how long you spend in a car meet. So it gave you a reason to like idle in car meets. But that's also like, I think it's like one of those, that's one of those ideas that I think sounds neat, but in practice is going to be stupid because then everyone's going to complain that, oh, in order to play the game optimally, you just need to sit and idle overnight. Because people are just going to want to min-max that. So in practice, everyone would hate that. Because they're going to be upset if they don't have double XP, so they're just going to leave their games on overnight to farm double XP. So I don't know how you solve that part of it. There was just a Jeep in the lineup. Like a Jeep traffic car in the starting lineup for that. That's hilarious. Also, this ends pretty quick. This is a little bit more handling focused, though. Oh, almost off the bridge. I saw a couple people did go off the bridge. I really wish I could look at chat right now. Sheriff Woody's off. Yeah, there's our speed. We're gonna win this, I think. Because we're handling well enough. And then the whole back half of this is all speed focused. Yes, get him in the ghost. Get him in the ghost. On a beat meta bozo can't drive classic, I know. Tale as old as time. We just parked on that, but whatever. If you're losing, just ram them. Yes, take out the old Drivatar strats. But yeah, I think you, I don't know. I'm gonna have to scroll up in chat because I want to hear what your guys' conversations are on the car meet thing. Terrible corner. But yeah, there should be some sort of bonus. I don't know. I mean, maybe even if you get like a little... Maybe you get like an XP bonus or a credit bonus just for visiting a car meet for 5 minutes every day or something like that. Like maybe they go the route of putting it in the festival playlist where... Okay, hold on. New idea. Every week, there's a new car meet, a permanent thing in the festival playlist, where every week there's a new car theme in the festival playlist. So, like, let's say 90s European cars. And you get festival playlist points by being in a car meet for 5 minutes in that car every week. Now, that wouldn't totally solve it because then everyone's just going to sit in there for 5 minutes. But A, it gives a theme to the car meets, which I think is cool. I think the concept of having, like, every week there's a different car theme, I think is cool. So it gives you reasons to, like, build new cool cars and then show them off. 5 minutes, I think, is fine. Anyone's got 5 minutes to sit and idle. But then only doing that a week. Oh, Joe had a good idea. Hold on, let me scroll up for it. Why is it not letting me? My scroll bar is like stuck down. Oh, I got it. Making an event where people show off their cars and get to vote on the coolest. Winner gets some rewards. I would love something like that. The trick with that is like when it's so dynamic and people are like in the terms of like people are constantly leaving and entering, I feel like you'd have to set time restrictions on it or something. You'd have to figure out a way for that. I want to do this so bad, but guys, I gotta go.